Right, welcome back once again. It's the second game, day one of this East Africa Trophy, proudly sponsored by Dafabet in collaboration with RCA. Tanzania taking on Uganda, and Tanzania winning the toss and opting to have a bet first. And this is looking like it's going to be an interesting game. Uganda having finished, they've played their first game, beating the host in the open of today's game here. And to start off from the airport end is none other than Bilal Hassan. And the two openers for Tanzania, I think Landry will get you through them.
Two openers for Tanzania, the captain himself, a big patwa, together with the most destructive batsman Tanzania has, Ivan Selemani. They will be facing Bilal Hassan. Of course, Tanzania playing their first game, international game in this year. If I'm not mistaken, they last played an international here in the Tri-Nation T20 Cup in December. Bilal Hassan to a big patwa. Pitched outside off, and patwa doesn't get bat on it. In Kampala, the bat ball ex-Rwanda emerging, winning the toss and bowling first. The Central Rhinos batting first and scoring 107 in only 10 overs. Isai and his men will need to work hard to be able to win this tournament. The first edition of the bat ball X. Tanzania will be taking on Uganda here. A big patwa. The captain of Tanzania is the second batter to have most runs, 722, together with the batter with the most runs, Ivan Selemani for Tanzania, 965. This man has scored runs for Tanzania. They will be facing Uganda. Uganda has played Tanzania 9 times and beaten them 6 times. Big patwa gives it, but not able to clear. The umpires standing in this afternoon are Veronique Iriho, Rwanda international umpire, making her debut in men's international cricket. She umpired her first international game in the Victoria Series in Uganda. She is standing with Gaston Yibizi.
Now it goes back Uganda after beating Rwanda again. You know, after having been in the sun for almost 16 overs, now you're being sent in again to bowl. Lovely shot there. I'm telling you, that will race away all the way to the boundary. There's nothing the fielder could have done on that shot. Look at the timing. Look at the positioning that the batter has got there. These are the things that we have been talking about all day. You understand? So this is what you would want to see. Look at that. Lovely body position there. And if you can see a couple of those, I'm telling you, the captain Tanzania earlier at the toss, he said he is looking forward to put 170 plus on the board balls. He said this is a good betting wicket to bet on, so that's why they have chosen to go and bet on, because they've seen the other morning game that this wicket has got a lot of runs. And with that particular shot, I'm telling you, there is runs on that wicket if you do the right thing as a better.
Pero said, if you off the pad, and that is 4 more runs. 9 runs on the board for Tanzania in the first over. Tanzania takes pride in scoring runs. They are a very good batting country, I would say, not team, because even in women's cricket, they win most of their games with a bat. Like batting fast and making the job easy for their bowlers, without forgetting that they have the best bowler of the ICC World Cup qualifiers last year here in Kigali, Yalinde Nkanya. Maurice, young man, only played for men's national team in the year 2022. He hasn't played a game in this year, but he has 45 wickets. at an average of 8.60. Sanjay Kumar, another bowler for Tanzania, 38 wickets. That is it. Over number 1 gone, 9 runs for no loss.
A big patois on 4 of 6 deliveries, and Ivan Suleiman yet to face a delivery. We know how destructive he is up the order. He doesn't hesitate to go for the ball. Anything that is bowled in his slot, I'm telling you, you will be applying for license to get hit. So you're yet to find out here. Now different tactics being employed here now with Uganda now not opting to go for spin. They are going again for 2 straight up seamers here. We see the player of the match of no, sorry, it's not. I thought it was Kenneth Waisko. It's now Sembanja, Jonathan Sembanja coming in to bowl 2 seamers starting in. So I had a chat with both coaches of these 2 teams that are playing just a short break. Look, I said it. That is Ivan Suleiman. You ask to be hit, you get hit. This is what he's known for. Lovely, that ball was in the slot onto the pads again. Easy pickings for him. Goes all the way for maximum 6 runs. You don't want to be bowling there if you're any bowler. Look at that. Lovely. Check the balance, Landry. Check the control. Check the placement again. Presence of the mind, knowing where the gaps are.
Jonathan Sebanja coming back into the side. He's played for Uganda for some time. He's been on and off. Played cricket in the UK. Now he's back in the side, left arm pace. Also played some games here for right guards. He is up against the most destructive batter for Tanzania. Ivan Suleimani cares very less about what you can do, but Jonathan clean balls him. Second ball. Lovely ball from Jonathan Sebanja. We're talking about the comeback. He's been very destructive in Uganda. And that is it. Ivan Suleimani for you. It is about runs or no runs. Does not spend time on the wicket. Strike rate of 600. 6 runs in 1 ball. He will have to take a long walk. Tanzania trusts the firepower that he has, but he always gives them a very good starting. Look at that left arm pace. We are talking about the most destructive batsman for Tanzania, and in walks the cleverest batsman for Tanzania, Amal Rajivani. He's been asked to do the job for Tanzania quite so many times. Look at that again. Going away from him. Clean balls the middle stump. That is it. 33-year-old Jonathan Sebanja.
But if you look at it there, Landry, definitely yes, people speak about why did Ivan went for that option. But again, if you look at the intent that Ivan has shown there, he knows that up the order is his job to go in there and put runs on the board. So that was exactly what he was trying to do. He didn't waste time to be there on the crease. So it's something that you also need, other batters need to also watch again. Now, for him now, if he sits down, he's going to just ask himself to say, after getting that 6 of the first ball, what kind of a particular shot I would have played better so that I cannot get dismissed, and make sure that I put and give my team a good start. And also, credit also goes to Jonathan here, again, with the way he bowled, asking questions again, full and straight on stumps every time you are the bowler. If you're playing T20 cricket, it's all about asking questions to batters. Either you're looking for that outside edge, outside off stump, or you are looking to bowl more straight, more on the stumps, making sure that the batter plays. Any mistake that the batter makes, you are bound to take wickets. So this is also smart bowling from Jonathan Sembanja here, and I hope he continues to bowl along those lines.
Well said, Sebanja. Jonathan, that was an effort ball, and indeed the effort got the reward. Uganda is back to those days of opening with a right arm pace bowler and left arm pace bowler. 2018 it was now the board member Charles Waiswa, who is here with the team as a team manager, doing the damage for Uganda. Left arm, but Jonathan, very good ball, asking the captain to be on the back foot. And today, this afternoon, they have even given a chance to improve their batting. Mr. Ronak Patel is back into the side. Played a very handy knock. The first ICC tournament and the first international game that was played on this stadium. Uganda scoring 239 in a T20. And even much better feedback from Kenya coming and chasing it down in the 19th over. That is how Gahanga International Stadium started. Lovely stuff from the keeper, Cyrus Kakuru, that was traveling.
Like I said earlier on, I had a chat with both coaches, the Tanzania and the Ugandan coaches, about how they feel about this tournament. I'm telling you, they are actually very, very happy to be here with the boys. They said they are using these games as an opportunity to shape themselves up again and give these boys as much game time as possible prior to the World Cup qualifiers that are going to be in Namibia in a couple of months to come. So this is what tournament like this brings to both teams again. So this is something that even the players themselves should also embrace and cherish, to say, given this opportunity to get to better your game is something that you need to grab and accept it with both hands. As we see the last ball being driven into the covers, and they settle for a single. 2 overs gone here, 18 for the loss of 1 wicket. There is the Ugandan dugout. We see the left arm bowler there is sitting outside. He's not playing. Alpesh Ramjani is not playing. He injured himself during the first game when they were trying to save the ball to the ball. They collided with each other, with other player there, but I don't think it's something that much to worry about. They've got a lot of games here, so sometimes when you get an opportunity, you need to make sure that you give your players rest. Is to continue from the airport end again is Bilal Hassan coming in, and we still have got these 2 batters to set off after that good shot from Ivan Suleiman here, but these 2 needs to start coming up and see what do they possess in terms of runs here. Lovely piece of ball there.
Bilal Hassan, a quality bowler for Uganda. He's been out there for them, for the national team, every time they needed a pace bowler to do the job. With the way he starts off things, you will not feel the void of Juma Miyaji and Cosmas Cheuta. He's coming, spoken to the bowlers. We saw him earlier speaking to Kenneth Waiswa, and Kenneth doing a very, very good job, picking a hat-trick for his country. Alpesh Ramjani will be out this particular fixture, but he bowled very well at an economy of 2.38. And now it is time for Amal Rajivani. 18 for 1 after 2.2 overs. The run rate is not bad. It is still game on here between Tanzania and Uganda. And you're following us live from Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Quarter is the call, but there's nothing there to catch as Ramjani plays it above Ronald Lutaya. Back in Kampala, Rwanda losing their second wicket for no run, chasing a mammoth 100 in only 10 overs. Captain Isai and Chusaev gone after only 2 balls. Back to business here in Kigali. Bilal Hassan versus Amal Rajivani. Bilal has been asking so many questions to the batters. He has a slip in place. Fine leg is in. Mal Rajivani tries to step down and it doesn't get connection, but very good call from a big Patwa. He's realized that Rajivani has not connected. He's given him the strike. Billy, as they call him, has been bowling very well. Coming into the Ugandan team, if I'm not mistaken, 2017, his first trip was to come to Rwanda to play the tournament, the Cricket Builds Hope tournament, inaugurating the Gahanga Cricket Stadium. He's still playing. Chance given, chance dropped by Cyrus Kakuru. Cyrus drops a sitter. The easiest of the catches for a wicket keeper. I think he tried to celebrate way early. He had it, but not enough time for him to start celebrating.
Yeah, those are the chances that you regret at the end of the game if these two guys manages to bet longer and put a decent total there. A big Patwa, 6 of 10 deliveries here. Amao Rajvan, 3 of 6, 21 for 1 after 3 overs here. Tanzania, having won the toss and opting to have a bet first. So you don't want, if bowlers create chances, Landry, those are the chances that you need to take. It's not easy, especially in this format, to create chances and chances goes begging. You need to make sure that you capitalize, those chances are taken.
Patwa, lovely fielding from Papa. Roger Mkasa edging like a fine wine. Chips in a dive and stops that from going to the boundary. As I was saying, a big Patwa is a very good player who should not be given so many chances. 722 international runs. That tells you a lot about himself.
Into the pitch there from Jonathan Sembanja here. I'm telling you, he's bowling very, very well. A big lad there, you can see there. It's not easy. So all the balls that he's going to be bowling, especially the one that he bowls into the surface, I'm telling you, if you look at the bounce that he's getting in through, it's not going to be easy. He's always looking to hit those shoulders of the bat, just the top of those hands there. That's where he's looking to hit. There, you see, loss of shape there.
Jonathan Sebanja. Any coach would be happy to have him on the team, making it look very easy. It's not running in very hard, but he has decent pace, a lot of control, very correct action. (23 for 1 after 3 overs. And the Rwanda emerging in Kampala are yet to register a run. 0 for 3. Loud appeal. Very good running from Tanzania. Big Patwa, 36-year-old. Looking 25 there on the wickets, running very hard. He's a man who has served Tanzania cricket. Among the top 5, standing at number 2, followed by Kasim Nasoro, who is his vice captain. Amal Rajivani, who is batting with He's just behind Kasim there, 498 runs. He's already lovely shot from a big patois. Takes no second to reach the boundary. Look at that. Straight as an arrow on the back foot. Such a very hard stroke to learn as a batsman. Bob will tell you he used to access that area easily, but not on the back foot, on the front foot.
Overpitched again here. Full toss it is. And I feel like a big Patwan knows that he's asking the umpires to check the height there, but the umpires are not interested in that. They said it's a legal delivery, but he feels like he has missed that delivery. That delivery should have gotten into the gap and goes all the way to the boundary. 4 overs gone here. $29 for the loss of 1 wicket. As you can see up there, the players, the women's national team players, Merve Owase, Mohawi Nimana, the Neymar Michelin, Sifa Ingabire, Belis Merekatete, Henriette Ishimwe, and Didier. You just finished this game there. They are all enjoying watching this all happening right here at Kahanga Cricket Stadium International, as Bob would like to call it. Yeah, Uganda taking on Tanzania. Again, it's going to be promising to be a good game here, I'm telling you. Now, the player of the match for the morning game has been introduced from the airport end. Waiswa Kenneth.
Waiswa Kenneth comes to bowl. Yes, he's been the player of the match. He's changed the game in the first game. But this is another game. This is a different story. Big Patwa claps that one, and it is a boundary. Very fine job done by Bilal Hassan, the experienced bowler for Uganda. Earlier we were talking about Kenneth Waiswa being the man to get some runs off. The Rwandans did get some runs off him because he went at 9 point something. But the hat-trick he picked was the game changer.
I mean, you said it is the bowler to go for if you're betting, but look at that game, he ended up being the player of the match because of those dismissals that he managed to get. So if you look at that first shot that Abik played now, I think he's got the same plan that you have been talking about. And look, after that shot, they've dropped in a long one, so they know exactly how Abik likes to play, and especially someone like Kennedy now, who usually bowls full and straight, then up and over point there. We talked about plans here. That races away all the way for 4. We talk about the plans, bowlers bowling to their plans. The plan was to bowl full on the pads or on the legs so that you get hit to long on. Now he bowls length, offers. Look at that. With offered short of a length again, it went the other way. So now as a captain now, it becomes hard for you to set up a plan and to make sure that your bowlers implement that the plan that you've set in. So this is what you don't want as a captain, that if you've got a plan now to bowl full and you come, you do the opposite. It becomes easy for any bettor that is betting. As we see here, I think there should be change of bet or something. Yes, the change of bet after that shot. I think he just felt uncomfortable. Maybe he wanted to have gone all the way for maximum. So he's changing off bet. Back then, when you change this equipment, just only these modern days whereby you've got a player who has got 5-6 bets. But back then, if you've got 1 or 2 bets, the moment you change that bet, definitely a ball after that one, you definitely follow your bet, or an over after that one, you definitely follow your equipment out there. But now, because the cricket has changed, players are having to own a lot of equipment. So let's hope that does not go back to those old day eras here.
I hope that is not a commentator's curse. But as you're saying, the bowlers need to use the right field placement they have. It's bowled back of a length again. Very solid defense from a big patois. $35 after 4.3. This does not look like a bad power play for Uganda. For Tanzania, beg your pardon, with 2.3 overs remaining, 1.3 overs remaining, 35 is good. Only that they've lost a big wicket in Ivan. Lovely. No need to run. Placed very well. No fit movement whatsoever. Trusting the eye-hand coordination. He talked about Kenneth Waiswa. Anything is pitched. Half was connected. Look at that. In between the two fielders. Only to see the ball going to Chakora is what the Ugandans are telling each other.
But again, Landry, it all goes back to the plan again. What is the plan exactly? Look at that shot again. The other one went up and over. This time he hit it straight to the gap on the ground. Again, same length again, offering width to a big patois here. And so the plan now is what you would want to understand from Waiswa here. What exactly does he want? So that is where I keep on asking here. Yes, this is where you should be looking to bowl. But if you look at a big patois, he's a bit frustrated because he lost shape there for the first time I've seen him batting in this innings. I think he felt that, yes, that is the shot that you're supposed to be playing.
As you're saying, if you look at the way Kenneth Waiswa is bowling, this is a batting track. Anything is pitched halfway or even three-quarter line has been sitting and connected. But pitching a little bit fuller has helped him. There you go. Very well played. Good stuff from a big patois. Malra Givani asking him to go for the second one. Kenneth has been more effective bowling a little bit fuller. Asking the batters to do the batting. That is it. 40 for 1 after 5 overs.
Things are going quite well here for Tanzania into the last over of the power play. They're sitting on 40 for 1 here, having lost the crucial wicket of Ivan Suleiman in the first over, but still you could not see the difference. So this is where now, if you want to compare teams here again, having lost wickets early now, if you compare Tanzania and Rwanda now, what Rwanda did is that when they lose early wickets, the runs don't even move. So you don't want to be doing two things here on the negative. If you are losing wickets, you gotta lose wickets when runs are coming in. You understand? So you'd rather not lose wickets and keep runs coming. But if you lose wickets and runs are not coming in, it becomes hard for you now to put a decent total or to chase any total that you would want to be chasing. So this is something that you would want to sit down. If I'm a Rwandan better sitting out there watching these guys, how are these guys going about their business? This is the same. In the morning, Jonathan did not play, right? Ronak Patel did not play in the morning, right? Why? So if I'm in the Rwanda dugout or in the Rwandan changing room, I'm telling you, I will not be happy. Lovely shot there. Again, look at the wrist. Look at the timing, Landry, and the placement. The change of bet has worked here. I'm telling you, that bet is a talisman. So it shows exactly how he wants to score runs, and he understands this game better. So now going back to what I was saying, if I was in the Rwanda, like in Rwandan changing room, now sitting out here watching this game here, I would ask myself those questions. Why did Ronak Patel play the morning game? Why did Jonathan Sembanya did not play the morning game? Are they undermining us as Rwanda, or it was their plan? But if you look at it again, they just came in there as Uganda, knowing that it's Rwanda, we're just going to run over them. But the opportunity was offered for Rwanda to win the game, but it was just them try to go for the short one there. I'm telling you, fortune always favors the Braves. He was fortunate enough to try to go for that big shot, but mistimed. But Tanzania will take any runs as they come. So that is something that is food for thought, Landry, going forward for the Rwandan players that are out there watching the game here to say why, when they are playing against us, their so-called big players are being rested outside and sit outside. So if I'm from Rwanda, I would want to make sure that when I'm playing Uganda, Ronak Patel has to be playing, Jonathan has to be playing. Why? Because they know that we are giving them enough competition. We win games when they don't have those guys in.
I would agree with you, but again, if you look at how many games Uganda has beaten Rwanda, it has all been thanks to spinners. And I think mainly that's the reason Alpesh played ahead of Jonathan, because in terms of pace bowlers, there was their match winner Bilal Hassan in the ground, and Kenneth Waiso, an all-rounder who can come in and push a few overs. I think mainly that should be the reason why Alpesh played ahead of Jonathan. But that is it. As you're saying, Rwanda needs to continue trying hard to give Uganda much competition. Ronak is another batsman who steadies the ship for Uganda anytime they've lost. He scored a century in Namibia last year. He's been very key, especially in 50 overs. Himself, he is a coach. So I think they stand better chances having him into the 11.
Comes in, no boy it is. Jonathan Sembanja. No ball here. Overstepping the line. Umpire Gaston Ibizi being strict on that. These are the sole judges of the game. Fair and fair play. That's why we've got those two there with Veronica Irio with square leg at the moment. And let's see what answers does Amal Rajvan have here for Jonathan Sembanja. This is a free hit. You can only get out only with one dismissal, run out. Any other dismissals other than that, you're not going to go anywhere here. Let's see the response. Tries to bowl slow ball again. Get enough of it. Lovely piece of fielding there from Kenneth Waisko at the long on boundary. Goes for the direct hit again, missing the stumps by a whisker. Lovely piece of cricket that we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. It is the East Africa Trophy. I'm telling you, all the action is happening right here at Gahanga. This is a lovely weekend to come and spend your time here. Finish up, start off the week on a good note. 50 up comes in for Tanzania there, Landry.
50 in 5. What a power play they've had. I told you when Amal walked in, the best batter for Tanzania, I would say, you don't see him scoring. You just see the scoreboard ticking. More runs on offer. Extras. 53 for 1 after 5.3 overs. They've already crossed 50 in the power play. Projected score looking 187, and they want to reach at 180. the most experienced player in the Ugandan team, Roger, calling everyone to be awake. Rajivani takes a walk, does not connect that one. Very good comeback from Jonathan. Just talking about that save from Kenneth. Kenneth is a match winner, all departments. You can't take him away from the game. This shows when you invest in players, they tend to become very good players. Kenneth was the captain of the under-19 of Uganda. Did not have a very good time in there because of that loss in Kenya, the 67 against Kenya, when Uganda had a first foot in the World Cup. But he's come back very well and played good cricket after that. Rajivani rotates the strike. He wants to run very hard. Captain Patwa is not interested in that one.
Power play done here. 53 for the loss of 1 wicket. A big Patwa 32 of 24. And Amau Rajivan 7 of 11. Yeah. Going at about 9 runs and over. If they maintain and continue this run rate, we're going to see the score that the captain is talking about. They spoke about 170. 39 runs partnership between the two guys here, Big Patwa and Amau Rajivan. 28, and in terms of discipline, my fellow partner here is talking about them having bought a lot of extras here. I'm telling you, extras hits at the end of the game. Those are things that you can control. So every over that these Ugandans are bowling, they are making sure that they give an extra in that, and that is not good, especially at this level. As we will come back again, Bob Bashar. Welcome. Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Leonard. Thank you so much. Sirajin Subuga to ball the first over after the power play from the airport end. Very keen to see how the youngster Sirajin Subuga is going to go up with his bowling. With the two out there at the crease, the most experienced players in the region, Amari Rajivan alongside a Big Patwa who is on 32 of 24, looking very composed. Oh my goodness, what a player is this Amari Rajivan. Guided it through that region, third man region. He knew exactly where the fielder was positioned. Kenneth Waiswa at short third, who was a little bit wider, using the pace of young Sirajin Subuga. He well comes in with that boundary, well guided through that gully region. No chance whatsoever for the best fielder in this side. Full ball driven powerfully. Chips in the dive is young Sirajin Subuga.
Subuga Siraj doing a very good job, trying his best for Uganda not to miss his namesake Frank Subuga. Fine stop there from Ronak Patel, shot number 7 for Uganda. Frank Subuga has been a great servant of the game for Uganda, and now there is another Subuga playing his second tournament for his country. One who will not feel like playing away because he plays the league here for Challengers Cricket Club. It is a Big Patwa coming on strike. But if you see, very lovely stuff flicked, and they rotate the strike. If you look at how Amal has been batting with his captain, what do you have to say about that?
Looking very solid at these two, Landry. Very well composed. Cheeky! Izza Amar Rajivan using the pace of the young spinner Sirajin Subuga to get yet another effortless boundary. Calls for the pads, calls for the reverse pedal there, Izza Amar Rajivan. Reverse scoop, I beg your pardon, to get to 16 of 16, striking it at 100. And with that boundary, we get to the end of the 7th over, 64 for 1, moving at 9 runs and over. Talking about the captain a big part earlier at the toss, he mentioned he's looking for 170 plus. He knows there's one game that he will never forget, a heartbreak for the Tanzanians in the Africa Cup finals, where they scored 174 for 5. But then they came Deus alongside Riyazat Ali Shah Rizu, who smoked it all over the park, getting to 98 of 53, and Deus Muhumuza 50 of 48, a very handy contribution to give the Tanzanians a heartbreak. A big part was part of that 174, scoring 68 runs. He knows a thing or two about these Ugandan bowlers. He's still out there unbeaten on 33 of 25, looking very composed. Looks like he's going for a big total in this game.
Talk about that game in South Africa, the ACA finals. Mr. Senyondo comes back after not having a very good outing in the morning, thanks to Eric Dusenjizimana hitting him all over the ground. This time now it is a new game. Talking about Tanzania versus Uganda. Uganda beat Tanzania by 7 runs in the last tournament we had, the Tri-Nation. This very same tournament, in what was a very painful loss for Tanzania. But that is the beauty of cricket. And East Africa, they have another chance to face each other before they meet in the World Cup qualifiers in Namibia, where the 4 East African nations will be competing: Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, with Nigeria, Namibia, the big boys, and Zimbabwe. Something very positive about the batting of these two is the way they are rotating strike easily, giving each other a chance to face. And the way they are calculating, you can easily tell that there is a plan of playing after power play, not risking anything. We've not seen anyone trying to open and going hard. And I will tell you that has been possible because of this man, Amal Rajivani, moving at just a strike rate of 100, but is very dangerous and has done a very good job for Tanzania, keeping company to his captain, who is on 35 from 27. Must say, good comeback from Henry Senyondo comparing to what he did in the morning. It's only one more ball to go, and he's been hit 4 runs in this over. And that will be it. 5 runs from his first over of the innings.
I must say here, this is very good bowling and a very good comeback by Senyondo, giving only 5 runs. The leading wicket taker of Team Uganda with 52 scalps comes in, bowls the first over, the 8th, to these two who are very solid at the moment. 69 for 1 after 8. You can see there in the dugout of Team Tanzania, a lot of batting, fire batting power to come. There, Sanjay Broom. They have Omar Kitunda, Moody, who is yet to unleash the experience he got from the High Performance Center 2 months ago in South Africa. Alongside Salum Jumbe with his long levers. But it's Siraj Nsubuga to continue from the airport end. Can he break this partnership? Healthy outside edge. Fortune favors the brave as the ball races away to the boundary. Interestingly, all the 3 boundaries that have come off Siraj's ball have been ages, apart from one where he went cheeky, is Amara Jivan.
Look at that. Cyrus Kakuru guilty of not being able to catch that one. That leaves a lot of questions. Uganda has seen so many keepers Fred Achelam. Very good shot from a big patwa. Only take one. I was talking about Fred Achelam, the legend, Lawrence Emma Timber, the Victoria Pearls coach. Cyrus has so many people to learn from. The team, Ronak, not looking very good there. Not able to stop that one as it goes through to 4 runs. And just like that, look at that, hit straight to him.
It's a very good shot there from Amar Rajivan. Takes a little shimmy down the wicket. Ronak Patel being guilty there at covers, having brought back into the side. Another shimmy down the wicket, straight to the fielder, retire at long off. This is very smart batting from these two. Getting almost a boundary or two in every over. Looking to score big as the projected score is at 182. A big patwa, 9 runs shy to another half century to his back, having missed out on a couple of games in the first edition of the East Africa T20 Cup last year in December. Exactly 8 months with that niggle after playing 3 innings. Oh, well played straight to the bowler Siraj Nsubuga, chips in a throw. And we get to the end of over number 9, 79 for 1. Stuart looking very solid. Question is who is going to open up between these two batsmen to see if he can go big to make sure they get to a healthy total. They know Uganda have chased down 174 runs before. They would love to get it to 180 plus to stand a chance with the likes of Salum Jumbe, Sanjay, Takur Boom, Yalinde Nkanya Morris leading the wicket takers of the Tanzanian side. Tries to play it to that mid-wicket region.
79. $79 for 1 after 9.1 overs. Very lovely stuff from Amal Rajvani. 23 of 21 without you knowing. These are the key players who make the team win. He's been coming into the game every time the team was in problems. Plays that one. That is it, 8. Must say that Tanzania has batted very well. 80 for 1 before we even reach 10 overs.
Absolutely a dream start for the Tanzanians in their first game. Oh my goodness, on the back foot yet again. But this time round there's protection. The young brother of Henry Senyondo, Simon Tesazi, who didn't have a good day in the office with the bat in the morning game. They need to create a way of picking up a wicket and break this partnership as soon as possible. Oh my goodness, speaking of commentators Kasia, Ranji.
Fortunately, Amal will have to walk a long walk because the only mistake he's done since he started has resulted into a positive for Uganda. Very good comeback from Henry Senyondo. And kudos to Cyrus Kakuru for taking that opportunity with both hands. Bowled it very well on the off stump, completely missed. Took a walk of someone crossing the road. And that brings in the dangerous Sanjay, man who bowls not easy line and length and even turn to pick for the batters. He's done some big job for Tanzania, playing against Rwanda himself alongside Yalinde. But now today, with the absence of Akil, he has to come in and bat early.
I believe here shot number 22, Sanjay Takur Boom, is being promoted ahead of Omar Kitunda to see if he can get an over 15 plus runs. Very well bowled there by the leading wicket taker of Team Uganda, Henry Senyondo, giving it some flight, allowing it to get some turn, beating that outside edge of Amar Rajivan, who was looking very dangerous. But again, when you look at Amar Rajivan Landry, he has failed to go in the air for quite some time, but there's no fielder there. He has failed to convert those 30 into big scores is Amar Rajivan. We saw him in the first edition last year in December, getting 20s and 30s for his side, where he ended up getting 139 runs in the whole tournament.
I think it's obviously the role that he's been asked to. You know, in T20s, 30s are as much of value as the 50s in 50 overs. So I think he has done a very good job for his team. Amal leaving the crease. 82 for 2 after 10 overs is what Tanzania has currently. Definitely, I will agree with you, Sanjay being sent in to do some work. A quick fire there, because the like player to Amal is Moody. We talk about going hard. There is no fielder. Sebanja will just have to collect that. As we see the introduction of the Ugandan captain, Brian Makmasava, coming to bowl from the airport road end.
Brian Makmasava, the leg break, comes in to see if he can win the battle between him and the captain of the Tanzanian side, Abik Patwa, who is still on 42 unbeaten, taking their time to set the right field as they remove Sebanja Jonathan. He's not the quickest, he's not agile, and they send their best fielder, Kenneth Waiswa, in that long on position. Getting some time is Brian Makmasava, but he gets away with that one. Big Patwa is very good on the back foot. And you look at the way the extra cover fielder is positioned, is a little bit wider, which gives him enough chance. Slices it straight to Siraji at a run out chance, and is taken. Dot balls create pressure, and a Big Patwa is not the happiest at the moment there, as he has to take a long way back. He was well set on 42, and he plays it, opening up the face straight to the fielder, Siraji Nsubuga. This time round, he is not the investor. Chips in a very good throw to Kakuru Cyrus to complete the job and the run out. 3 wickets down, 83 runs on board.
Not the best throw, but that is it. It is a wicket. Tanzania, things not going the way they had expected. The message, Sanjay's job was to connect, and now he gets out his captain. Poor call from there, but you see the introduction of the vice captain and the former captain of Tanzania, Kasim Nasoro Chete. He was the captain of Tanzania in 2018 here at the same ground when Tanzania beat Uganda by 4 wickets. Mr. Jaboneke coming in and hitting 18 runs off Kenneth Waiswa, who was just bowling his first over of the game. Chete being the player of the match, picking a fifer on that particular day. Today, he's coming in to bat.
Talking about that fifer, I believe there was a hat trick there. Landry Chete Kasim Nasoro, the vice captain, has a hat trick to his back, but he has a big task ahead with the bat, having crossed that 500 mark with 577 runs for Kasim Nasoro Chete. He replaces the captain, a big patwa, after being sold down the road by Sanjay Takur Buma. Short ball punished, and he opens his account straight away. Is Kasim Chete Nasoro. Doesn't need any sighters. And with that boundary, brings us to the end of the 11th over with the scoreboard reading 87. 87 for 3 after 11. As I welcome Mr. Leonard Ndaburo after having the black coffee.
Lovely scenes here, I'm telling you. If you look up there, look around Gahanga, 87 for 3 here. This seems to be a good total that Tanzania is looking forward. But again, the wickets are starting to fall again on regular intervals here. So that is something that Uganda has also managed to do very well here at this point of time, Bob. Making sure that in as much as the runs are coming in, but at least they are managing to take wickets up here and there. Last wicket of a big Patwa, 42 of 37 deliveries, run out by Siraj Nsubuga. That was also going to be a match changer here. Tries to go big on one knee, but only managing to find the man at mid-wicket. Runs still keeping on coming in terms of singles here, but during this mid period, that's what I said now, this is where a lot of teams win or lose games here now. So we are going to see between these two here, which one is going to be the better of the two during this mid period that I did call the graveyard.
The upper challenge of Henry Senyondo, who is back into the form we all know he possesses, giving it some flight, forcing the batsman to play that reverse sweep. Would love to see him pick yet another wicket. Is Senyondo. Fantastic figures there, 2.3 overs, picking up that big wicket and giving away only 9 runs. Soft hands from Kasim Chete. Straight to Ronak Patel, who's been moved from covers to short third after giving away that boundary in covers. Oh, fantastic bowling there. The outside edge is Henry Senyondo, bringing back the game into the Ugandan side. The projected score has also gone down after being at 180 in the 8th over, courtesy of that man Senyondo. Mr. Wong straight to the captain at point. One of the best fielders is Brian Mark Masaba. Puts his body behind. These are the most crucial overs, as you mentioned earlier in the first game. Dot balls, pressure climbing, looking for the second one. Nasoro wants to keep strike. Smartly done by the vice captain. 12 overs down the road. Scoreboard reading 89 for 3. 8 overs to go here. Leonard, what do you reckon will be a very good total here? We saw Ugandans batting in the first game, getting 146 on this particular wicket.
And that one is credited to the Rwandan bowlers that bowled through that mid period from over number 10 to 15. I think that is where Rwanda made a good change now. So the most important thing now for this game, 180 here. Okay, fine. Let me just take it a bit more. I think let's talk about 165 going forward. That is where I am banking my money on here. But it all depends on how Uganda is going to bowl during this mid period. You've seen that over that Senyondo has finished. It was a decent over, no boundaries off it. But this is where now Tanzania also need to catch up again. Rotating strike, get a boundary here and there in and over. Get those twos coming in now. Once they keep on doing that, the score is going to be moving on without the fielding team noticing. And also, if it goes to the other side again, Uganda, if they manage to be able to keep on containing them, allowing them to get those singles, then stopping that boundary that they are looking for, that will be good for Uganda. So these mid overs here, I'm telling you, Bob, this is where you win or lose the game. When you don't do the right things. Yeah, if you want to win, you gotta do the right thing. So for this point of time, 93-3 Tanzania are in very much control here. I'm telling you, but you know the team better. How big is their depth here in terms of finishing up at the end of the innings?
Fantastic captaincy by Brian Masaba. He knows these two. They love pace on the ball. One of the reasons he came into ball from the airport end to try and slow down the run rate as it's going down and down to 147 at the moment. But again, they'll need a wicket or two. Cramped for room, tries to play it between that gap between deep mid wicket and long on. Doesn't get enough connection and timing. Fantastic, they are cashing in. I would love to see another spinner coming in from the pavilion end. Again now, short ball outside off, plays it straight to the field. Fantastic captaincy here from Brian Masaba. It's not every time we see him ball, but trust me, every time he gets that cricket ball, he means business. We saw him defending 5 runs against Rwanda with the likes of Martin Akayezu, Oscar Manishimwe at the strike. Martin Akayezu is one of the hardest hitters of this cricket ball. He has a 50 off 19 deliveries against Sierra Leone. He failed to get those 5 runs. Courtesy of the captain himself. Short ball again, slightly outside off. Straight to the fielder there. Roger Mukasa, who is also a part-time bowler. We're yet to see him ball in this game. Fantastic over there, giving away only 6 runs. Much needed. No boundary conceded by Brian Masaba in his 2 overs. Giving away 11 runs, 95 for 3 after 13. There you go, the national team players led by Ishimi Ariete. 3 MVPs so far in this year. Leonard, you work with these ladies. You can see there Merveille, the wicketkeeper batter for Gahanga Queens. 2 weeks ago, she took the trophy, leading from the front. Senyondo to finish his quarter, giving you only 10 runs. Figures you cannot buy in any supermarket. Short ball. Safest pair of hands in the cricket field is Roger Mukasa. And the ball falls into the basket over Roger Mukasa. Shot number 37. One of the most experienced players in the region. As Sanjay Takur Boom. The trick doesn't work for Tanzanians. He goes for only 6 of 6 deliveries. Finally, we get to see shot number 18, Muhammad Omar Kitunda, who is also known as Moody. Out there, he's beaten by the turn. Straight into the hands of Roger Mukasa. 4 wickets down, 95 runs on board. This is now the high time to see this youngster there. Spent a month or 2 in the High Performance Center in South Africa. Hasn't played an international game since then.
That is pressure alone. I'm telling you, because you've mentioned it, also it has gone back into his mind again. But as a player now, yes, you've been in the best facilities again. So even when you come here, you don't need to get that into your head because the game is different. You understand? Whatever that you've learned there is what you just need to come in there and showcase. You don't need to spend a lot of time thinking about those things. The moment you think about those things, yes, people are watching you. People expect you to perform. But if you get that into the back head of your mind, you're not going to play your game. So he comes in when his team needs some runs now. They need to have a good finish here. I asked you about depth. How big is their depth in terms of pinch hitting at the end? Now, this is what we need to know, because if they don't have guys that can strike the ball very well at 150 to 100 down there, that 165 that I've been talking about, I'm telling you, it's not going to be possible. They'll end up on around about 140, 145.
Goes for the cut shot, misses it completely. Fantastic bowling here from Henry Senyondo, who went for 22 runs in his 2 overs. Not many times you see those figures from Mr. Wong, shot number 4. Can he pick up yet another wicket on the back foot? Smartly played by Kitunda Omar. But again, credit goes to the Ugandans. You saw in the morning game, Rwanda being on 94 for 2 and ended up losing by 40 runs, chasing only 146 runs, sticking to the basics, bowling tight lines. We saw Kenneth Waiswa picking up that first hat-trick, bowling stump to stump line and length to get rid of the whole middle order batsmen of Team Rwanda. On the back footer is Kasim Chete. Nasoro looking for the second one. They're taking on the arm of Simon Sesazi, who had to cover a lot of ground. Much needed runs for Team Tanzania. They have slowed down, courtesy of the spinners, the captain and Senyondo. I'd love to see another spinner being introduced. They've been doing the job with the ball. We saw earlier the runner spinners bowling 12 overs, giving away only 74 runs. Soft hands there from Chete. They love pace on the ball. They're not getting any, as Henry Senyondo finishes his quarter with 2 wickets and giving away only 13 runs. Fantastic. What a comeback. 14 overs down the road, 98 for 4. 2 runs shy of that century is Team Tanzania. And of course, it's the captain, Brian Masaba, to bowl his third over. Now the question is here, who is going to bowl from the pavilion end? Spinners have been doing the job. Bilal Hassan is one of the best reverse swingers of the ball. Are we going to see Bilal Hassan coming in from the pavilion end, or is Brad Mark Masaba going to throw the ball to Roger Mukasa, who can also chip in a couple of overs, 1 or 2?
Well placed there into the covers, getting that single. Kasim Chete on 10 of 13 deliveries, and Mohamed Katunda is on 1 of 3 deliveries here. They've got a lot of work to do here. 6 overs left here, and they are currently sitting on 99. Right, this is where you want to start seeing those monster overs now coming in. 12 runs, 13 runs, 15 runs, going forward all the way to over number 20 as a betting team. Now, if they don't get boundaries as a fielding team, this is where you should be smiling again. And this is what you could have done. Look at that one again. It was short, did not quite hit it well. You only managed to find the fielder a short midweek, a short fine leg there. So balls like that are the balls that you normally need to take outside the ground. So if they come, then you don't get runs. That is credited to the bowling side here. See again, being played 1s and 2s at the present moment, and a dot in between. Doesn't hate Uganda, doesn't worry Uganda. Good enough for Uganda. 100 comes up here for Tanzania. Now, the most important question I'll ask Bob is now, what plan should Tanzania have now going forward into the last 30 deliveries?
Good question there, but I believe, oh my goodness, Omar Kitunda had you loud and clear. Plays it on the back foot, smokes it. 1 bounce for 4. He's done exactly what you've been asking. He knows they've got to that 3-digit mark. Anything above 150, they'll stand a chance. They still have Salum Jumbe, who also can hit the ball a long mile. But again, these two have to make sure one of the batsmen stays in up to the last over. You do not want to leave all these overs for the bowlers.
Definitely one of these batters need to bet all the way through the end. We saw again the morning game, again both teams, Rwanda and Uganda, failing to have set batters to finish up the innings. Then they ended up not putting in the post. They should get 2 here. They got 2 comfortably. Yeah, again, this is also interesting to see now, Bob. Now they're pushing on those 2s after getting that boundary again, not getting satisfied in terms of runs. So far, they've got 8 runs in this over again, get another boundary again, get another 2 again, play a 12 for 13, then you are putting yourself in a position to win the game again. Punch down to extra cover there. Roger Mkasa, who managed to do the job that you'd ask anyone on the boundary to do. 15 overs gone here, Bob. 107 for 4. Tanzania winning the toss and opting to bet. Now we are into the last 30 balls of the first inning. Now the projected scores on our screen here, 143. That can be plus or minus depending on how these two Tanzanian bettors go about their betting business. Now this is where now the gear as a betting team needs to be stepped up again. You need to apply some gas onto the pedal now, accelerate some runs now, and as a fielding team now, this is where you need to make sure that you tighten the bettors from scoring freely. So it's going to be whoever comes up with a smart plan and whoever is going to execute their plans very, very well are going to be winning this game here in the first innings. Now, as you see the introduction again of Kenneth Waiswa, we know this is the time that he loves bowling full and straight, asking questions, threatening those terms each time he bowls now. So now, let's see Mohamed Katunda and Kasim Chete if they have got clear answers and good answers for Kenneth Waiswa. The field said here, long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and a deep extra cover. Those are the guys that are protecting the boundary for Uganda here.
I'd really love to see Omar Kitunda using the pace of Kenneth Waiswa. Oh, leg cutter there, but unfortunately he goes for extras. But smartly done by Kenneth Waiswa, thinking he knows Kitunda loves pace. Change of pace there, strays down is Kenneth Waiswa. Talking about the end, that end got him a hat trick. I got a steam runner, and I believe that was the game changer, bagging the first player of the match in the second edition of the Dafabet East Africa T20 Cup. Oh, struck powerfully. What an effort there from Kenneth Waiswa in his follow-through. Can he yet deliver for his side? He's a man who mentioned at the post-match that he loves enjoying his cricket. Makes it look very easy and simple when he's fielding. In the air quite for some time, but you cannot beat biomechanics. Played it on the left side over Kenneth Waiswa's follow-through. And he's very happy is Kitunda to let his vice captain take charge, Kasim Chete, who is on 11 of 15. We mentioned earlier he loves pace. Can this be the moment, or is Kenneth Waiswa going to play smartly and use his variations? He has a very protected onside with 3 fielders. Oh my goodness, change of pace there. Off cutter there from Kenneth Waiswa. 24-year-old. Maturing game by game. And again, I haven't seen these batsmen creating room and trying to play it over the cover region. There's a very big gap between Simon Sesazi at deep extra cover and Bilal Hassan at long off. Plenty of runs here in front of us here in the commentary box, Leonard. Flash is hard. There's no fielder there. The fielder is inside the ring at short third. Much needed boundary. But again, good bowling from Kenneth Waiswa. He knew he had protection in the deep. Unfortunately, it goes for an healthy outside edge to the boundary. Lovely piece there of bowling from Wai.
Yeah, that is unfortunate there, was knowing that the third man is inside the circle here, is protecting the boundaries in front. And if you look at it, the length that is bowling, that is the good length that you should be bowling here. Again, if you look at now where the fielders are, you're asking to bowl a bit more full, a bit more, asking the batters to come well in front. You understand? So this is something that Waiswa has managed to do exceptionally very well here when it comes to the bowling. Look at that now. Again, knowing exactly where the fielders are. There's a deep extra cover there. So that should be one run again. So this is smart bowling from Waiswa here from this end. Charging hard, bowling into the wicket again, mixing up of pace. We're seeing those off-cutter coming in, those leg cutters coming in, slow balls coming in. This is what you want, especially at the deep end of the innings again, to be doing things like that, taking the pace of the ball, making the batters use their power to hit the ball from you. So smart bowling again from Waiswa Kenneth here, showing his experience again, especially at the deep end of the innings here. This is what you want.
One of the reasons I call him one of the best all-rounders in the region. Another off-cutter there beats Omar Kitunda, who waited for it to carry, and it kept a little tad too low, looking to go over Brian Masaba at the cow corner region to end over number 16. 4 overs to go, 114 for 4. The crowd here is catching up. A lot of action packed in these 11 days. It is the Dafabet East Africa T20 Cup here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground. Bilal Hassan brought into the attack to bowl his second spell. This is where now Bilal Hassan is very dangerous with his reverse swing. He's going to bowl it fuller and fuller. They're sending Siraji a third man. There's a long off, the captain himself. Extra cover, Roger Mukasa, who is a little bit wider.
So my equation in terms of total, I think with the rate that is in the balls that are left here, it goes down again from 165. So I can go back being maybe 150 there, Bob. This is what I'm looking forward to see. Yeah, as long as they still have got wickets in hand, Tanzania can be able to pass that. If they get more than that, there we go. He goes big. There's no one in that particular region here. And he bowls full, like you said. Now, but the line is the thing that Bilal Hassan has managed to do wrong here. There's no one at mid-wicket. You don't want to be bowling on that leg stump line here. Look at that. They clears off that front leg to allow the shoulders and the bat to go under the ball. There is no one in that region. Again, after that shot, again, we see someone going in there. You, Bob, is one of the senior players in Rwanda, the experienced players in Rwanda, being also the captain. Now, this is the second or third time that I've seen teams from the morning, they wait for a particular shot to be played, then they protect after. Why can you not just have the same mindset when the bowler, before he bowls, come up with a plan, get that guy there on the boundary? Why do you want to wait to get burned by fire for you to understand that fire burns?
Interestingly here, well noticed, before that first delivery, he had told Kenneth Weiser to come inside the ring. Is Bilal Hassan having an argument there with the captain, telling him, no, I need that fielder there to protect the onside. And of course, having scored 577 runs, Kasim Chete Nasoro, he is very smart. He could see there's a very big gap there. We saw Rwanda doing the same thing, and they pay the price, where Brian Masaba got 2 boundaries in that particular region. It is the death overs. You got to have that fielder at deep mid-wicket. Short ball there, not enough elevation. Isa Kitunda, who is struggling at the moment, not getting the timing right. A very good comeback there from Bilal Hassan. He bowled that short ball for that particular fielder, Simon Sesazi, at deep square leg. But nonetheless, he gets away with that. Talking about the body language of the Ugandans, I'm not sure if they are comfortable at the moment. 120 for 4 after 16.3. Anything, as you mentioned, above 150, we're in for a very good encounter. They have the likes of Salum Jumbe, who's been haunting the Ugandan batting lineup, having picked 5 wickets against Team Uganda. Again to that fielder, Kenneth Waiswa. He's everywhere. is Kenneth Waiswa. Not getting the reverse swing is Bilal Hassan. 2 deliveries to come in his third over. Can he nail that yorker? As we mentioned earlier, if these 2 batsmen can stay in until the end, I believe that scoreboard would look differently. They stand a chance of getting to that 150 plus. Back into his crease is Kitunda. Nail the yorker straight to the fielder, Brad Masawa. Very good running from these 2. Bilal Hassan not giving them any room whatsoever to free their arms. They could only manage to get a single. But again, they know any loosener from the remaining 3 overs. I believe these 2 are quite warm at the moment with Kasim Chete and Kitunda on 12 off 12, striking it at 100, and Kasim Chete Nasoro, who is on 22 off 21. He has one of the fastest half centuries, is Kasim Chete, here in Rwanda, 50 off 19.
So he's got some history again. Yeah. So he's quite capable of putting some runs on the board here. There he's trying to go for that yorker length again. Well played off the legs there by Kasim Chete. And to end over number 17. 123 for the loss of 4 wickets. Now we are into the last 3 overs of the first inning. Look at the Tanzania dugout there. They know that they are in the driving seat, but they need to make sure that they add more runs on the board so that when they come in to bowl, they've got something to defend on, something that can get them closer to winning the game. You know, Uganda has got some guys that can hit the ball. We talk about Ronak Patel being brought in to play again. We talk about Brian Masaba, the captain. We talk about Roger Mukasa. Here again, you talk about the wicket keeper. Again, those are the players that can also do the damage when Rwanda comes in to bat here. So Tanzania need to make sure that they put in a big total here so that they put pressure again. Waiswa Kenneth comes on. The slow ball, short slow ball again, but that could not stop these 2 guys from getting those 2 runs comfortably well. And this is good. If you are not getting bounders again, when the opportunities to get those doubles comes in, Bob, you got to take it on and cash it on that. So this is what you would want to see from your batters, especially at this point of time, because a lot of the fielders have been dropped to the boundaries. So this is something that you would want to be doing. Pick those gaps, push those 2s again occasionally. When that boundary comes in, now you take it on. If you want to wait to play for the bounders again, it's going to be hard for you. So it's all about rotating. It's all about finishing hard. Again, lovely placement there. 4 runs it is. I'm telling you, this is smart. You talked about smart batters now. Kasim Chete is showing that he is smart enough. Look at the placement again, knowing where the gap is. I keep on saying this. This is what good batters can do and make a difference in cricket, when you know where the gap is and how to place that ball there. That is lovely. Sesenyondo here. Sesenyondo has got nothing that he can do to stop that ball. The only thing that he can do is to go and pick that ball again and bring it back for play the next time around.
Fantastic batting there from Kasim Chete. You could see he had already gone through the shot after noticing it's a slow ball. Gets enough bat on that one to use the pace as they send back Henry Senyono to that man. You spoke about this, setting the ball, the field for the bad ball. This is not right from the Ugandans. You do not want to change the field after a ball being hit there. And now they bring in Sebanja at mid-off. Up, who wants it? It's Roger Mukasa who calls for it. Safest pairs of hand on the cricket field is Roger Mukasa as he takes his second catch. Kasim Chete Nasoro, the trick works. They bring in Sebanja all the way from long off to mid-off. Tries to clear that fielder at mid-off. Ends up chipping an easy catch to long on, where Roger Mukasa had to cover a lot of ground. Takes a very comfortable catch. But very good batting, very good contribution there from Kasim Chete, the vice captain, contributing 29 much needed runs off 24. But again, it's the man. Change of pace there. Leg cutter. Tries to play it across the line, not enough elevation. 5 wickets down.
But again, the idea there was fine. There was the mid-off have been being brought inside now, so he was trying to look to hit it over mid-on, but unfortunately the execution was not done very well. But the plan was good, but the execution, this is what you could say it was wrong, because he was trying to hit it over mid-off, then he managed to find the long on at the boundary there. But it was a good knock from Kasim Chete. Yeah, now leaving his team at 129 for the loss of 5 wickets. In comes Salum Jumbe, the left-hander. Now you talked about him also hitting the ball miles. Now this is the moment that I think he loves to be betting on now. If you talk about someone who hits the ball, but straight away I see a lot of guys being pushed to the boundary. They know exactly what he can do now. Third man inside, fine leg inside the circle here. So if he wants a boundary, that is the region to target. Lovely piece of run out chance, missed. It's worth taking a risk there, but if that ball has hit the stumps, I'm telling you, Salom was going to continue with the run all the way to the pavilion here.
Absolutely. Salum Jumbe will have a lot to do with the ball. A lot of experience in that young man there, Salum Jumbe. Was the player of the year 2022-2023 back in Tanzania. They need him to see if he can contribute 20 plus runs to cross that 150 mark. Kenneth Waiswa to continue. Change of pace, knocks him over. Plays across the line is Mohamed Omar Kitunda, who not wants to watch this on the replay. Is Kitunda moody after contributing 12 off 12. But again, it's Kenneth Waiswa who is leading the bowling attack of Team Uganda, picking the 5th wicket of the day. Leading the top wicket takers in this tournament. One of the best all-rounder is Kenneth Waiswa. Now they're into the tail with 2 deliveries to come from Wai. Change of pace there, off cutter. Takes on the middle stump. They are good friends. Omar Kitunda alongside Ivan Seleman. They played this year for the Aziz Damani side, alongside the Senyondo, Brian Makmasaba, Alpesh Ramjani, Riazat Ali Shah, who's been rested for this tour. One of the key weapons of Team Uganda, alongside Nakrani, who also missed out. Cosmas Cheuta, who had an injury back in South Africa in that high performance center, alongside that man Kitunda. Juma Miyaji, who also had an injury, a back injury in that first game in Namibia. He had given them a hard time, the openers, and ended up getting that injury, unfortunately. Alongside Franco Suga, who's been also rested. Very good batting lineup there. As you see, Mohamed Yunus can also smoke it outside the park. We saw him last year here in the first edition. Oh, lovely batting there. Straight down the ground to Sebanja. And he gets off the mark straight away is young Yunus Mohamed. Brings us to the end of the 18th over. 131 for 6. Can they get to that 146 plus, Leonard, in these 2 overs? Bilal has 1 over to bowl, as well as Sebanja Jonathan.
Salim Ali Jumbe has got a big job to do here. A couple of big hits here, it will take them to that 140, 150 plus here. So they need to make sure that they pick the right balls to hit outside now. The moment they do that, I'm telling you, they will get to that 100, 150. Once you get to that 150, yes, we know this is a betting paradise, but at least you've got something to defend as a fielding side here. As we see allow Hassan Bilal being brought to bowl his last over. Ball's full. Again, driven down on the ground to long off. 1 run it is. So this is something that we also discussed earlier on, again, having 2 new bettors betting. At the last time we talked about all the bettors having one of these betters betting through from the up the order, but none of that has ever happened. So that's why you see teams are failing to post those huge totals, because you are ending the game with two new betters who need to set first. But if you can have one or two that can be able to bet through, then you're going to be putting a lot of runs.
Absolutely. Well said there, Leonard. As Salum Jumbe is up the big task over Bilal Hassan, who's bowling his last over of the quarter. Full ball, powerfully struck there. Give it a chase. Is Brian Masawa. I beg your pardon. Simon Sesazi there, who is not very happy. They need a big over, these two, to make sure they have something to fight for with the ball. So far, 3 runs off 2 deliveries. Can they get a boundary or two? And at the crease there is the right man to do so, is Salum Jumbe. A lot of gap from deep mid wicket and long on. Can he pierce that gap through the scoreboard? Short ball. Run out chance there, direct hit goes begging. Good presence of mind and awareness from the young Sirajin Subuga. Very well directed short ball there from Bilal Hassan. Effort ball. Telling Salum Jumbe, pull me if you can. And Salum Jumbe responds, I'll have a go at your opening batsman.
I'm telling you, that is starting war. Because you're also bowling those balls to a bowler, showing him that the wicket has got something in terms of that length. So definitely when he comes in to bowl against your own batters, he's going to try to come and bowl in that particular length. And I'm telling you, this is lovely to see this contest, knowing each other better, the weakness and the strength. There is Jumbe goes. Did he get enough of it? Yes, it is. He's got enough of that one. The mid-off is up in the circle. As long as it passes him, that goes all the way for 4. Much needed again. Important boundaries at this point of time for Salum Ali Jumbe and Tanzania here to take the total 838.
Absolutely smartly done there, covering all the stumps, making sure Bilal Hassan has no chance, as he ended up bowling it away and giving Salum Jumbe to free his arms. He knew the fielder was inside the ring at mid-off. Betting that fielder, Ronald Lutaya, who's had a very rough day in the field today. He has a job to do with the bat, as he had a couple of runs, missing out on that half century by 7 runs. 2 legal deliveries to come in Bilal Hassan's quarter. Can he yet get another boundary, as he brings in a fine leg fielder and he sends Ronald Lutaya? He's doing the same thing, and the same thing over and over again is Bilal Hassan. A boundary and he sends the fielder there straight away. You got to back up your plan. There you go, into the block call, but straight to the fielder, the captain, who chips in a very good throw. 8 runs so far from Bilal Hassan's last over of the quarter. They would love to see Mohamed Yunus getting a boundary of his last delivery here to make Salum Jumbe face the last over. He's the most experienced batsman at the crease. Go for a scoop. He's bowling pace. Try and see. You have wickets in hand. You're not going to take those wickets back at the hotel, Leonard. Into the block hole, and guess what? He takes a single, and Salum Jumbe is looking for the second one. Bilal Hassan chapping Salum Jumbe. They are very good friends. 140 after 19 overs for the loss of 6 wickets. Big over coming here, and the last one of the first innings. It's none other than Kenneth Waiswa, with 5 wickets so far in this tournament, to bowl the last over. Long gone, Roger Mukasa. Deep mid wicket, Brian Mark Masawa, the captain. They bring in a deep square leg, interestingly, inside the ring, Ronald Utaya. They send Simon Sesazi a deep extra cover and Sebanja at the long off. What is Yunus, the young Yunus, going to do here? Is he going to get a single to let Salum Jumbe take on Kenneth Oiswa? Or is he also going to go for it? Oh, yes.
Did you get enough of it?
There's a captain under that one. He will never drop that one. Is Brian Mark Masaba. Kenneth Oiswa adds another wicket to his tally, making it 6 wickets. 3 in this game and 3 in the first game. He got a first hat trick of any Ugandan bowler. And now he comes in wrapping up the tail with those off-cutters and leg cutters. I mentioned he is one of the best all-rounders in the region, if not the best, Mr. Leonard, as he gets rid of Muhammad Yunus. We just spoke about if Yunus would have gotten a single and let Salum Jumbe take strike. A little shimmy there, not enough connection. Dragging it all the way from the offside to the bigger part of the ground where Brian Mark Masaba takes an easy catch, making it 3 catches in the game.
Good combination there between Kenneth Waiswa and Brian Masaba there at deep mid wicket there. This is good to see. And again, now this is where smart bettors comes in and make sure you've got a guy who's on 8 already and you know that guy can hit the ball and this is the last over. So the smartest thing to do here for any incoming better for Tanzania now, we've got Ali Kimote coming in. I think just to get bet on ball, get Salum Ali Jumbe on the other end, then make sure that he does the finishing job. The 150 here is on the cards here, but you gotta do the right thing. Yes, lovely pitch of shot there. Can they push for 2 comfortably? They got it there. But still, now, what is he going to do again after this deliver? Now, 4 delivers left to finish this first innings. Again, we've talked about 150, we've talked about 145, we saw it in the morning. Now, can Tanzania add a bit more total on the board so that they put a bit of some pressure when Uganda comes in to bet?
Now, Likimoto striking it at 200 for legal deliveries to come in this particular innings. Into the pads, 2 is the call. They're running very hard. Salum Jumbe is not interested. Telling his partner there loud and clear in Swahili, acha nikuoneshe. I'm not sure I know the meaning of that, but it seems he told him, let me face the last 3 deliveries. I'm not sure of your Swahili, Leonard.
The only Swahili that I know is the greetings, mambo, poa. I think that is where my Swahili stops. Anything other than that, I'm telling you, I struggle. I need to get some lessons. I'm still getting some lessons in Kinyarwanda here. So to get another Swahili lessons again is going to be a bit too much. But with time, I'm telling you, with the amount of time that has been in East Africa, I'm telling you, in a couple of months, things like that will be easier. And that is what the beauty of this cricket game brings in. It moves you from places to places, learning different languages, different traditions, meeting different people. You understand? Salum tries to go for the big one, head up into the sky, not anywhere closer to the ball. Kenneth Waiswa has taken 3 wickets so far. Considered 29 runs into his last over of the spell, and it's also the last over of this first inning here. How many runs does he want Tanzania to finish up on? Those are the questions that is going into the back head of his mind. And Salum is also asking himself, how many runs can I get into these last 2 deliveries that are left in this over?
Fantastic bowling there. Change of pace again from Kenneth Waiswa. Power is nothing without control, they say, as Salum Jumbe has missed out on 2, trying to overhit the ball instead of timing it. There is a very big gap between deep square leg and a long on fielder, Sebanja, as they send Ronak Patel. I'm not sure I know that position where they have sent Ronak Patel. They're trying to play with the mind of Salum Jumbe. Short ball, not enough connection. Diving catch there from Kakuro Cyrus. The umpires are taking their time. I'm not sure what happened there. We'll have to wait and see the decision from the umpire, Young Gaston, as he raises his finger. 4 wickets for Kenneth Waiswa. 4 for 29 in his quarter. What a player. What a gem of a player he is. He has a lot to do with the bat again. He is the all-rounder of the side. Look at that. Banged it into very short into the wicket. No timing whatsoever. Very good running cut there by Kakuru Cyrus. And that will mark the end of the first innings. Uganda needing 144 in 20 overs. What's the take of the first innings, Leonard?
There is a Tanzania batting lineup. Abik Patwa, the captain, 42 of 37 deliveries. Ivan Suleiman did not last longer, 6. And Aman Rajvan, 24 of 23. Sanjay Kumar, 6 of 7. Kasim Chete, a quick fire, 29 of 25 deliveries. And Mohamed Kiltunda, 12 of 13. Salum Ali Jumbe, 8 of 9. Then Mohamed Yunis, 3 of 4. And Ali Kimote, 3 of 2 deliveries. And to end the score on 143 for 8 for Tanzania. And sorry, the partnership there that we can only talk about is only 2. The first one that is given them 66 between Abik Patwa and Amau Rajvan and Kasim Chete and Mohamed Kiltunda for 34. Those are the big partnership that you can talk about in this game. Yeah, again.
And with the ball, that was Bilal Hassan bowling his 4 overs, giving away only 25 runs with an economy of 6. Sibanja, of course, coming back into the side, he was very expensive. Picking up only 1 wicket and going for 10 runs. But the pick of the bowlers was once again Kenneth Waiswa. 4 overs, 11 dot balls, giving away only 29, picking up 4 wickets to make it 7 wickets in the tournament so far. Match day 1, game number 2. He already has 7 wickets, is Kenny Waiswa. Henry Senyondo, after leaking 22 runs in his 2 overs against Team Rwanda, he comes, corrects his line and length, picking up 2 wickets, giving away only 13 runs. That was the pick of the bowlers. And 10 extras. They need to cut down on those extras moving forward in the tournament.
Right, that is it. We are in for the short break. The innings break, so stay tuned and catch us in a moment.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground. Match day 1, game number 2. It's time for the chase. Earlier, the captain of Tanzania, a big passer, won the toss and elected to have a bat first, being restricted by Brian Mark Masaba's bowlers. Very disciplined with the ball, restricting Team Tanzania to 143. They have a very big task of getting to that 144 is Team Uganda, as we see the usual suspects out there in the middle to open bat for Team Uganda. Simon Sesazi alongside the most experienced player in the Ugandan side, Roger Mukasa, aka Papa. And of course there on your screens is none other than Salum Jumbe. He knows a thing or two on how to get Roger Mukasa's wicket. He picked his wicket twice in the first edition of the Dafabet East Africa tournament 8 months ago here at Gahanga. It will be very key to see how Roger Mukasa alongside Simon Sesazi, who didn't have a goal with the bat in the first game against Team Rwanda, where he had to go without scoring much, getting only 1 run, courtesy of Zapi and Oscar Manishim, who took a very good catch at third man. These two, they fell to the liking of Zapibi Menyumana. The only 2 wickets he picked. But that game is done and dusted. Salum Jumbe opts to go for with a third man fielder and a deep square leg. Those are the only 2 fielders outside the ring, and a sleeping place, of course, for that outside edge. Who is going to win the battle between these two once again? Of course, I'm not alone here in the commentary box. I'm joined by Mr. Leonard Ndamuro. Welcome back for the chaser.
Welcome back again, Bob. 144 in 120 deliveries. The asking rate already is at 7.2. Now, what sort of a plan does Tanzania have here now? Should they go defensive? Should they go attacking here? Attacking it is. First sleeping place. Again, first off the mark of the first ball. There is a deep square leg and a third man. Those are the 2 fielders that are protecting that boundary. There is a sleeping place, short fine leg, 2 covers, a point, a mid on inside the circle and a mid off inside the circle. So this is more attacking. But this left and right hand combination, you always have to be thinking each and every time they take a single. So it's going to be interesting to see. An early breakthrough here for Tanzania brings them into the game. And a good partnership up in front for Uganda here puts them in the driving seat of this game. We saw them in the morning posting 145 runs. Again, now they are chasing 143. Yes, different bowling attacks, different bowling tactics again. So, but still, the basics will still remain the same here. But so what plan can Simon Sesazi and Roger Mukasa have here? For Salum Ali Jumbe, short ball that should be wide from the umpire, just way above the head height. We talked about it when Bilal Hassan was bowling to Salum Jumbe. He was going for that Tanzanian badge on the head now. He's talked about it, that you are doing that to a simmer, showing him that the wicket can also carry some bounds. So now the intentions are clear from Salum Jumbe. He knows that the wicket, if you bang your back and you bowl more into the wicket again, you will get assistance in terms of bowling that short ball.
Into the pads, loud appeal by the umpire. Veronica Irihorana International is not interested at all. That looked like was trying down the leg. Salum Jumbe with 31 sculls for his country. Who will be joined, of course, with the young Yalinde Kanya, who has 45 wickets, leading the bowling attack and chart of the Tanzanian bowlers. And Sanjay Kumar Thakur Boom with 38 wickets. We'll be very keen to see Ali Kimoto down the ground there. Chance goes begging. Takes a little shimmy down the ground is Roger Mukasa. Effort ball once again from Salum Jumbe. Dropped by the wicketkeeper batsman Omar Kitunda. Oh, and the signal coming from the umpire is leg byes. Good effort there from the wicketkeeper.
And again, good bowling there from Jumbe, I'm telling you. Hitting that deck hard, getting that 12-meter mark there, asking the questions on the ribs there to the batters. He's showing the sign that he doesn't want them to score freely up the order here. That's what you need from your frontline bowlers. But this time around, the way he pitched the shot, I don't think the fielder there down a deep square leg has got a chance to stop that. The first boundary comes off here. Simon Sesazi scoring it off. A bit too much and a bit short there from Salum Jumbe. You don't want to be doing a lot of that. You gotta take the batters by surprise. That was way too short, and with offered end, Sesazi opted to go for the square leg deep mid wicket boundary where there is no one there. It shows the amount of lovely betting surfaces this Gahanga wicket possesses here. Again, goes short, again up in the air, catches the call. Still the fielder has got no chance whatsoever. Again, the setup is clear. They want to bowl as many short balls as they can to Simon, knowing he likes to hit the ball in that region. But you gotta put the fielders in the right placing, in the right positions. Again, there, Salom, look at it. The setup was clear. The plan is there. Ball short to him. But that guy at deep square leg is a bit too finer, a bit too square behind the wicket there. If he can at least move a bit between square leg and mid wicket, he has got a chance of stopping or taking a catch in that region.
I'm telling you here, Leonard, ball another short ball. Simon Sesazi will take you on into the pads. Down the leg. Not interested is Veronica as she signals end of over number one with 12 runs on board. As I was saying, Simon Sesazi, every time he ball a short ball, his eyes lit up. Whether there's a fielder or not, he will take you on, as we saw in that previous over Salum Jumbe, who is not happy. He had done everything right, but that man there, Aliki Motempeka, not adjusting himself in the right position. Needing 132 is Team Uganda. The last time these two played, I'll tell you here, Leonard Simon Sesazi, that man got the first ever century for any Ugandan of just 58 deliveries, 13 boundaries and 2 maximums. But that was last year, and he managed to cross 1,000 runs in that particular tournament, scoring 309, being the best batsman of the first edition of this East Africa tournament. It's shot number 10, Ali Kimote. If you watch the SCA finals, this man was taken apart by Riazat Ali Shah. He needs to correct his line. Can he get the breakthrough much needed for Team Tanzania? He's up against the most experienced player, Roger Mukasa. He doesn't time that one. Gets the bottom edge of the bat. Deep square leg. Sanjay Thakur Boom is the fielder outside the ring, and the third man, Salum Jumbe. And again, they have a sleep there in place. Chete. They would fancy to have an early wicket is Team Tanzania. Goodness me, full ball driven powerfully, no chance whatsoever to the best fielder of the Tanzanian side, Ivan Selemani. That was rocked powerfully by Roger Mukasa as he gets his innings going. 504 deliveries. Look at that on the replay there, Leonard.
That is bread and butter, Bob. You've been the better there. Anyone bores you in that particular region news, the first thing that comes in is smile. And like that boy is going to the boundary. I don't know what Ali Kimote is doing in that particular region. Yes, you want to try to get there. He moves down across the track. Then he manages to pick the short fine leg there. I'm telling you, the intention from Roger Mukasa here is clear that he needs to score quickly. He needs to make sure that he closes that gap between balls and runs. So it's something that now Ali Kimote should come up with a clear plan here with the captain. What kind of a field set are they going to be setting in for these two batters here? Because from what I'm seeing here, I'm just seeing the same field planning for these two batters here. If you look at them, they are two different batters in terms of how they go about their betting. But so which means the field placing again should be a bit different here, because you don't want to be obvious as a bowler or as a fielding captain. You cannot show the batters that you're trying to do something. You need to come up with clear plans on how to stop these guys from scoring runs. And once you do that, that's where you create pressure. Once pressure is now coming up to them, then wickets start coming in. Again, short ball. And there's no one in that particular region. You said it. Anything short, he just lifts up his eyes there. He goes for it. Just waiting for the umpire signal. That is maximum 6. Again here. We are going to see a quick run chase here, I'm telling you. With the rate these two guys are going, Roger Mukasa and Simon Sesazi here. Bob, short ball again. I've talked about this wicket. Yes, it's also tempting, but this is a lovely wicket to bet on in terms of if you want to score runs. You can only get yourself out on these Gahanga wickets here. I'm telling you, this wicket has got a lot of runs. So if you are a bowler, you don't need to be too short. You don't need to be too full. You need to be on that hard length. You need to be asking questions in and around that off-stump line every time that you're bowling, not allowing the batters to go under your deliveries, not allowing the batters to free their arms vertical and horizontal. Then that is where you need to be hitting that ball. If you try a lot of things on such a good betting surface, Bob, I'm telling you, you will pay the price.
Looks like Ali Kimote Mpeka didn't learn his lesson. You do not want a player like Simon Sesazi with 1,372 runs on his back for his nation to get comfortable up front in the power play. We all know the damage he possesses as he moves to 1405. He's always willing to get runs for his country and his nation. Is that young man there? Kimote starting off with an expensive over so far. 4 legal deliveries, going for 11 runs with that flat 6. He has one of the best slow balls is Ali Kimote Mpeka. Can we see him surprise the younger Simon Sesazi, who loves pace on ball? Full ball driven powerfully by, oh my goodness, what a gem of a player he is. 6 and a lovely boundary down the ground, effortless caress through that gap between mid-off and mid-on. They had to look to each other, these two. A big patwa and Ivan Selemani. Oh my goodness, shot of the day, shot of the inning so far.
This is why I said earlier on in the first innings, Tanzania should have scored 165 plus. So they are a couple of runs behind here, 20 or so runs behind. You understand? Because we know the kind of batters Uganda possesses and the surface, I'm telling you, that is Christmas in August here when you are betting in there. Okay, look at that shot that Simons has played. Look at the positioning. Look at the hands flow. Look at the control. That shows how easy to bet on that wicket. So 145, 150, yeah, yes, you can win a game. But to me, if you've got decent bettors, that is not a score that you can be happy about winning a total. That's why even in the morning before this tournament started, I talked about 180 here being a score that you can really say you are safe. 160 plus, yes, you might be a bit safe, but it has to be more than that, especially with how this surface is behaving. 27 for no wicket so far here. We are into the third over here. I'm telling you, 117 runs to shorten in 108 deliveries. So that is very, very much achievable. Look at that over. Alikimoto boards not 4-1-6-4 not. So we are talking about 10, 14, 15 runs in that over that he has managed to go. So it's something that they need to sit down again as quickly as they can as a unit in there again. Salum Jumbi comes in to bowl his second over. Just got a touch on that ball, but Sezazi was in the crease. A lot of Senyondos, Sezazis, Senpinja, Sembanja in this Ugandan lineup. Bob, you've got some Ugandan background. Can you just take us through that, please?
I love the pronunciations. First of all, yes, they are brothers. Simpija, the assistant coach of the women's national team, alongside these two brothers here. Oh my goodness. Short ball. This ball is not coming anytime soon. It has been tonked out of Gahanga, courtesy of Roger Mukasa. They're not learning their lesson. You do not bowl a short ball to these two batsmen. You just mentioned that their Christmas came in very early. Salum Jumbe missing out the trick. He's looking at his bat. Is Roger Mukasa as he crosses a 500 mark. Another tally added on his back. So far they have two batsmen who have crossed 1,000 runs. That young man there, Simon Sesazi, alongside Riazat Ali Shah, who's been rested for this tour. And now Roger Mukasa, aka Papa. And these guys, I'm telling you, they're aging like a fine one. We just saw Eric Dusingizimana, 36-year-old, getting his first half century after playing 42 matches for his country. He looked very composed and solid. Same as Roger Mukasa, who is on 12 of 7. And his partner, Simon Sesazi, 18 of 7 deliveries, 32 for naught after 2.2. They're moving at 14 runs and over here, Mr. Leonard.
Bob, I told you early on, I'm telling you, the players that you've mentioned, those are now, if you look at it in East Africa, those are now classy players, mature players. You understand? Eric, he has been in touch form after scoring 172. He follows it up in T20 by his first 50. So it shows the amount of hard work that he has put into the game. And that one is driven away to long on for one run there by Roger Mukasa. The other thing that we can talk about here, Bob, is the surface. I'm telling you, this is a good surface to bet on. So as bowlers, you need to make sure that your line and length are very, very, very right. The moment you miss length, either if you over pitch the ball or if you get it short, that ball is going to go to the boundary like a flash. And I'm telling you, and all these bettors are good at doing that. We saw Simon Sezazi again, anything full, straight on, he drives it on the ground all the way to the boundary. Anything short again, he moves across. Roger again showing the same signs here. Again tries to go then wide, give it, and good running between the wickets again from the two here. Tanzania also was not good at doing this, running between the wickets again. They managed to start doing it at the end of the innings, whereby I feel like it was a bit late. So early on, if you start running in between the wickets whenever any opportunity arises, it gives you a slight advantage in terms of putting runs on the board. Look now, this is a wide. Obviously, you've got 2 runs because of your good running between the wickets. The moment the keeper fumbles, that allows you to get to the other end. So this is what these two batters have also managed to do very well. You see, it tries to be innovative here, but did not get a touch on that. Roger Mukasa why not play those shots if you're on 36 for not after 2 overs, Bob? I'm telling you, that allows you to be doing that. This is what the intent that I would love to see a lot of batters doing, showing this intent on score runs. Do not be crammed on the crease every time. Think outside the box. That's what you need to do as a batter.
Absolutely. It has taken him 9 deliveries, is Roger Mukasa, to play the scope. One of the shots he loves when there's pace on ball. Very good comeback there from Salum Jumbe. But again, they need something very special, is the Tanzanian bowling attack. We haven't seen the introduction of the 2 spinners, Sanjay Takur and Morris Yalinde Nkanya, with 45 scalps for his country. Down the leg, signals wide. Veronica Irihorana International. Trying to do a lot of things, these 2 opening bowlers. Keep it simple. Stick to back of a length line. So far we've seen how well these 2 can execute a short ball. Try and see if they can play the back of a length line. Flicked away straight to the fielder, run out chance. But these 2 are very quick. They've been opening together for quite some time. They know each other. They back up each other's strength. And with that flick on the pads, brings us to the end of the 3rd over, 37 for naught. This game is slipping away from the Tanzanians, with the likes of Kenneth Waiswa, Ronak Patel, the captain himself, Brian Makmasava, Kakuru, Cyrus, the wicketkeeper batsman. They bat deep. They need something very special. They need that over of Kenneth Waiswa in the first game, where he picked up a hat-trick, where the game was almost slipping away from the Ugandans, and brought them back into the game, managing to beat Team Rwanda, the hosts, by 40 runs.
I think this is where someone like Ivan Suleiman feels like he has missed on this particular game now. Seeing he's there fielding, he's seeing these 2, Roger Mukasa and Simon Sezazi, betting so well. So definitely I think back in his mind he's thinking that he shouldn't have played that shot. He was in control of the first shot that he played. So he feels like, as a batter, with how that surface is assisting batters, he had missed on that particular occasion. Hope those are lessons that he has learned and should be carried forward to the other game. And again, should be the captain who scored 43 again. The way he was run out again on that surface, he should have bet a bit more longer. Would have seen Tanzania posting a big total here, and that was going to be a challenge for Uganda. Look at that shot, Bob. Stand up on the crease, just standing tall. It shows how good this wicket is in terms of batting, Bob. I can say this time and time and again. This shows, look at how easy Roger Mukasa just went up about that shot, playing on the up again. So that shows that this service does not possess anything for the bowlers. If you are a bowler now, you need to do something special. This is where now players like Kenneth Waisa have been successful in terms of them taking wickets and stopping batters from taking wickets. The mix up of pace, the change of bowling all those cutters, and always asking questions, the length that he was bowling at again every time. That's why he was successful. He has got 7 wickets so far in 2 games. So that shows what quality of a bowler or an all-rounder, as you calling him, what quality of an all-rounder he possesses. He is there. I'm talking about Kenneth Waiswa.
Misses out on that one is Roger Mukasa. He plays that flick shot superbly. But this time round, he was, I believe, too greedy. Just get bat on ball. They've been using the full face of the bat in these 3 overs superbly. Looking to be having a net practice session here is these 2 opening batsmen. As we see, they send Ivan Suleiman to long off and bring Salum Jumbe inside the ring at short third. Slow ball coming here from Alimpeka Kimote. Oh yes, but well played and judged by Roger Mukasa. Plays it straight to short mid wicket for yet another single. Smartly done. That was a little bit obvious there, Leonard. Sending Suleiman. We've seen bowlers bringing in that third man fielder and sending the long fielder all long gone and bowling it slightly quicker. Much predicted by Roger Mukasa. Last delivery to come from Ali Kimote Mpeka's second over. But again, very good comeback after leaking 15 runs in his first over. Just gives away only 1 run. Can he finish strong? Can he get a wicket? To make things interesting here, it's Simon Sesazi to face the last delivery. On the back foot, straight to covers. Taking their time. They have enough runs on board. Moving at 9 runs and over. Just needing 6. A run a ball. 4 overs down the road. 39 for naught. They need to change that 0 on the wicket column here if they are to defend 105 in 96 balls.
Definitely. But if you look at it again, after 6 overs, Tanzania were 51 for the loss of 1 wicket. It shows what I'm saying, how good the wicket is. Look at that partnership there. 39 of 24 deliveries. Not much big difference in terms of contribution here. Simon Sesazi on 18 of 8 deliveries. Look at that strike rate, I'm telling you. Then Roger Mukasa 15 of 16. So this is good. Both batters are contributing in terms of this partnership here. And bowling change coming from the airport end again. That is Sanjay Kumar coming in to bowl his first over. At least we're seeing some spin now into the power play. Last 2 overs of the power play here. And straight on, there is a long off and a deep square leg. Yeah. Sloppy fielding from the keeper there. Tries to go for the run out on the bowler's end, but could not get the ball straight to the bowler's end and allowing these 2 batters to take those 2 runs comfortably. And this is what you don't want. Those small mistakes makes you pay at the end of the game. So you need to make sure that you keep everything tidy. Reverse switch. Lovely piece of shot there, I'm telling you, from Mukasa Rogers. Switch. Hitting that ball again, knowing exactly they did put in a deep square leg for that to stop him from playing that sweep shot to get the boundary. But look at that. He went the other way, reverse switching and well timed, well placed. As soon as it passes those fielders there, that is going to go all the way to the boundary. Smart betting here from Mukasa Roger.
That's Roger Mukasa for you. We saw him in the first game trying it when Emmanuel Sevareme was bowling. He didn't get enough connection, but this time round he pierces that gap between backward point and short third. He goes again this time round, up. Oh my goodness. Let's wait for the indication of the umpire. All the way. A boundary and a maximum. He welcomes us. Sanjay Thakur, boom, into the attack with so far 10 runs. I beg your pardon, 12 runs in his 3 deliveries. Cool as a cucumber is Roger Mukasa alongside Simon Sesazi. 50 up in just 4.3 overs.
It is the power play, obviously. You've got 2 guys outside, so it's not going to be easy for the captain to close off these boundaries with someone being innovative. He goes for the conventional sweep, and that will go all the way to the boundary. So it's going to be hard again. I don't know why the captain of Tanzania took the gamble of bringing Sanjay Kumar at this present moment of time. I think he would have stuck in with your seamers here, finish up the power play. Look at how easy. Look at Roger. Look there. He knew exactly where the gap was again. Goes for the sweep. The first 2 deliveries he faces went for the switch hit. The other one went for 4. The other one went for 6. Now he went for the conventional sweep shot. Now he gets a boundary again. So this is going to be a massive over for Uganda here.
All out appeal. Good shot there.
He was hit outside line. I'm telling you, that was way outside line. Look at where he is. He went outside of time. Even look at the appeal from the bowlers and the keeper. Just was the half-hearted appeal here. They knew exactly that he was hit outside line. Yes, it kept low. That one we don't mind. If we can see that again a bit more so that we can be able to come up with points to support ourselves here. Again, tries to go for the sweep.
end of the power play.
Yeah, he was hit outside line.
The impact was clearly outside. That brought us to the end of the 5th over. Sanjay Thakur Boom bowling his first over. It looks like a telephone number, I'm telling you, Leonard. 246400. They are the chairman of Rwanda Cricket Association alongside the former national team player Desiree Maninambona and the wicketkeeper batter Sarah Uwera in the crowd. Very composed, enjoying a very good afternoon here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground. They were disappointed by the way the Rwandans lost their first game. The crowd, they made sure they got the crowd on their feet, and then they did what they do best. Is Team Rwanda. Lesson learned. They have a lot of games to come. As we see, Yalinde shot number 12 with 44 wickets. Can he be the man to break this partnership with these two well set at the moment?
Definitely they need they need to get a breakthrough here. I'm telling you, they need that breakthrough. Was 55 into the last over of the power play here. I'm telling you, Tanzania were on 52 for the loss of 1 wicket. Now the difference is the wickets here. Now column. Now Uganda have managed to do that very well, going at 11 and over, and now comes in Maurice Yalinde coming into bowl. Coming into ball here. He starts off with a dot now, but coming in when Simon is on 18 after 9 deliveries, I'm telling you, you need to make sure that you come up with a clear plan as a bowler here. Things are looking good. You have talked about the surface here. This is one of the best betting surface. Look at Simon Sezazi. He has got different answers there. 6 straight as an arrow. Straight by the book. I'm telling you, over the bowler's head all the way to the side screen there. This is what I keep on saying. This wicket is a lovely betting paradise. Look at that. Moved away, opening the stumps, clearing room for him to access that region, and he managed to do that successfully very well with a maximum. Things are looking easy for Sezazi Simon here. I'm telling you, 83 of 88 deliveries. Uganda on the driving seat here.
Spinners not doing any good for the Tanzanians. What a shot, effortless there. Straight as a die there, as you just mentioned, from Simon Sezazi. 24 of 11. Down the leg. Pressure is climbing yet again from the Tanzanians. Balls it again into the pads. But this time round he gets some bat on that one. Is Simon Sezazi to bring back the informed Roger Mukasa, who's played mostly all the shots he knows in the book in that previous over of Sanjay Thakur Boom. My fellow commentator here is saying someone not even in the book. That's Roger for you. Look at the body language of the Tanzanian team, Leonard. They have dropped their shoulders. Soft hands. Much better line there from the young Yalinde Morris.
Bob, 63 for 0 into 6 overs here. I'm telling you, the body language definitely naturally it goes down there. This is where as bettors now you're feuding, you start asking yourself questions to say, why did I play that particular shot? I should have played it better. Look how these guys are betting here. Look at the reverse switch again. Is there a fielder there? I'm telling you, Roger Mukasa doing whatever he wants with the Tanzanian bowlers here, Bob. This is lovely cricket to watch.
You cannot do that, Mr. Roger Mukasa. Switch hit to the best bowler of the Tanzanian with 45 wickets. Not respecting him is Roger Mukasa. Look at the bowler, the young Yalinde. He's out of answers. What a way to end the power play with a 69 for naught, needing just 75 of 84. As I also take a short break and I go have a nice coffee there, allow me to welcome again Mr. Landry Rurangwa, the development manager. But you could see he's loving the commentary here. Gotta be very careful, Mr. Landry. Gotta stay with your position there for the board. Doing a very good job, having produced that under 15 tournament. Just 2 days after that, under 17 tournament. He's here with us to share the knowledge he has.
I'm not sure you talked about coffee. There are a lot of coffee types that you'd want to get there. There's iced coffee. There's coffee. That is what, with this sun that is here, I'm telling you, going for an iced one can be a good option here. Welcome back again, Landry. 69 here so far on the board. No wicket has been taken by Tanzania. Now, if you are the Tanzania captain here, Landry, what can be your plan?
Tough situation for Tanzania. They've tried almost everything. It is that time when you don't have so much to do. Opening bowlers have been taken apart. Pace bowlers, they have changed to the spinners. Yalinde Morris with 49 wickets. With 45 wickets on his name in just 1 year of cricket. He's also been taken. Sanjay, loud appeal, and umpire Veronique thinks Roger Mukasa will be taking the walk. We're talking about Tanzania trying something new. They kept with their guns, but that gives them a result. Uganda will not feel sad because Roger has done a fantastic job. 37 in 24 balls, 3 fours and 3 sixes. And he's been given a round of applause from the dugout, everyone shouting, "Papa, well played." And that is it. 70 for 1 after 6.3 overs. Look at that. Sanjay Kumar. Interesting action with a chest on. Very good call from Rwanda's former captain, Veronique Iriho, the lady in charge of the cricket development in the southern province of Rwanda. From one batter to another, Roger Mukasa is replaced with Uganda's top batter this morning, Ronald Lutaya. Very well guided there by Simon Sesazi. Alinde will have no chance of stopping that. 4 more runs on the total. Coach Leonard, Tanzania is playing their first international game in the year 2023. Uganda has changed the team more than twice. We've got some injuries. Juma Miyaji not here. Cosmos Cheuta not here. Riazat, Dinesh, all those are good players for Uganda. Uganda played in the Continent Cup in Kenya just a few days after traveling to Namibia. Yes, losing all those games, but games are games. Do you think part of what Uganda is doing here is a result of that? Or part of what Tanzania is doing here is also a result of not playing international cricket for over 8 months?
76 for the loss of 1 wicket here. after 7 overs. Coming back to your question here, and I think from my own opinion, look, this is, if you look at that 76 for 1, how easy it has come from Uganda here. It shows the amount of cricket that they've played. It shows that playing a lot of cricket is very, very much helpful. You can only improve as a nation, as a team, as individuals when you are playing there in the middle. We can go to the nets. Everyone in the nets plays all the shots, but there's no challenge. There's no one who's challenging you. Even if the coaches give you scenarios whereby they can ask you to say last 2 overs, we need 35 runs. In the net, you can score 6 in 2 overs. As a bowler, you can take any wicket in the net. Because, yes, those are scenarios to challenge you. But the most important thing, Landry, lovely shot there from Sezazi Simon. Looking much in control there. I would love to see Sezazi Simon betting through here. We've seen 150 so far in this tournament. 2 that have managed to score above 43. So can Simon get up there and do that? You understand? So I'll come back to your question after you finish again to finish up what I was saying.
Very well said. But very good move from Abik Patwa. Quickly realizing that he needs to rest Yalinde, not because he's very tired, but now with 2 left-handers on the pitch, there was need for someone who bowls away from them. And that is none other than the vice-captain, Kasim Nasoro. He's kept it tight. First ball, a single. Second and third, dot balls. They say that dot balls bring a wicket in T20s. Lutaya will need to do something to get off strike. And yes, he does. Very good fielding from Chete, Kasim Nasoro. That is 3 dot balls in a row. If he does not get off strike, there is a big chance for Tanzania to pick another one. Lovely stuff from Ronald Lutaya. Again, we saw him digging in deep against a pumped Namibia, with most of his teammates getting injured. The 2 brothers having to go back home, unfortunately, because of the loss of their mother, Sesazi and Senyondo, in a team of Uganda which was not as complete as it is supposed to be. Ronald Lutaya stood up and took responsibility. And as you were saying, those are the small reasons why teams come up and perform better. 65 in 72 balls. Should we say Uganda has this in the pocket?
Definitely, Landry, with the way these guys are betting here, I'm telling you, it's only them to lose this game again. Simon Sezazi, 13 of 18 delivers, well in control. We know what damage Ronald Lutaya can cause again. So coming in when you need 65 runs and the balls, are more, the runs are less than the number of balls that they've got in their bag. So it's going to be easy for these 2 guys here. So again, going back to what you've asked again earlier on, between these 2 sides here, again, Uganda having played a lot of cricket, then Tanzania playing their first international game in this year again after 8 months. Look at that shot again, how easy it is. And the placement, Simon Sezazi, your beauty. Look at that shot, Landry. I'm telling you, that is what I was, and he supported what I wanted to say here. How easy it is for him to bet. Look at that shot. Look at that shot there. Look at that shot. Well in control. Not even showing any signs of pressure there. So this shows that the more games you play, the easier it becomes for you as a player or as a batter to understand your game. The more you understand the games, how to come up with answers versus bowlers that are bowling. So this is whatever that Uganda is doing. I'm telling you, that is something that is the right way to go about cricket now. Exposing these players to a lot of cricket. Yes, you can talk about losing. You can talk about losing when they were in Namibia. Yes, they have lost there. You would have loved them to have won. But if you look at some of the games that they have lost, they were getting a bit more closer. You understand? So those are some of the things that when you sit down now as an organization, as with the coach and the captain and the players, those are the things that you tick to say, this is what we have done right. How do we improve in that areas? Now, yes, we go to the nest to fix the skills. Lovely shot there from Sezazi again. down to long off. We can go to the nets Landry to improve the skills, but you cannot go to the nets without having passed through this phase of playing games. This is where you sit down, analyze the game, reflect the game. You understand? There, once you do those things, you go there and work. Look at how easy these two bettors are betting in here. Easy picking. So those are the result of playing a lot of cricket. Now Tanzania, after 8 months, where they left from is where they are now. You understand? So there's not much difference again now. That's why they seem like when they posted 146, 143, they thought that they've got a winning total. Why? Because back then it was a winning total. But not knowing that these other guys have been playing cricket for quite some time, they've changed some of their tactics. You understand? Their game, they've improved their game. You see those switch hits from Roger Mukasa, which means those are the things that he has been working on during those games that he has been playing. So now the confidence again is up there. So that is something that if you want to go forward to improve your game and be competitive and start winning games easily, you need to play as many games as you can.
Very well said, Leonard. Can't add too much more on what you've just said. It is about the games. About earlier at the post-match presentation, I asked Brian, how are we taking the afternoon game? He only replied with one thing: the intensity. We just want to play intensive cricket. And to me, that is the reason why national teams should play more series. And there you've applauded the Ugandan Cricket Association efforts for making sure that Uganda plays enough cricket. I'll tell you, to some other teams, it would be very hard to feed a competitive team. Ronald goes hard and is gone. We were talking about Chete coming in and bowling it away from the batters. He picks his first victim. One thing I've liked about Abik, if you look at the first over, he brought Yalinde to bowl from the pavilion end. They were hitting him switch hits, accessing the shorter boundary. Now he's brought Chete to bowl it away from the batters. Look at that. Pitched outside off. Ronald tries to hit it, and it's just a simple catch at short third. And that brings Ronak Patel on the crease to replace Ronald Lutaya. Uganda back at right hand, left hand combination. Just talking about the exposure that Ugandans have been having. So many games, again, without counting the efforts of the UCA in playing games during the week, the national team practice games. So many runs being scored in between Uganda 11 and the Uganda A. And these are the results. 85 for 2 after 9.1. They are currently moving at 9.25. The tournament that started today already has 15 sixes in it and 39 fours. Baseball is everywhere, from the United Kingdom to Kigali, Rwanda. 59 runs in 65 balls is what Uganda needs to win their second game in the East Africa Trophy 2023. Ronak Patel, Kasim Nasoro. Leonard Ronak is one of those batters who don't show a lot of aggressiveness, but they easily get runs. They should watch out on his cut shots. He places the ball the way he wants. Talk about that, he's just given the set batter the strike with 3 balls to go. Kasim has bowled very well. His second over is only gone for 4 runs and picked a wicket, and that is after bowling 9 balls. He will continue to bowl to Simon Sesazi. Lovely shot from Simon Sesazi towards Sanjay Kumar. Boom. If Uganda keep rotating like this, that is what they need currently. After losing 2 wickets, there's a need for a rebuild. We saw this happen in the morning. It was not easy to rebuild. Ronak crafts that again, gets another single, receives a round of applause from the dugout. 88 for 2. And there's only one ball left to reach halfway.
I was just going through the Ugandan batters yet to come here. Lovely shot again. Just look at the touch there. This shows how easy this wicket is in terms of batting here. 89 for the loss of 2 wickets here. Halfway through the innings here, Uganda needing 55 of 60 deliveries. So I was just going through the batters yet to come here. We are talking about Jonathan Sembanja. He can hold the bat. We are talking about Brian Masaba, the captain. We're talking about Kenneth Waiskwa. Those are the people that can win you a game, especially if you are in this position again. I'm telling you, with having those guys again deep down, if you talk about even if it gets to the west, Siraj Nsubura can even give you runs again. Henry, yes. So the keeper, Kakuru, Cyrus also can give you what? Can give you runs. So they've got a big betting lineup in terms of depth. And having to be in this position again, and look the way Sizazi Simon is betting. I'm telling you, he is very, very much in control here of this game. The difference between them winning and losing now relies on him. He's currently on 41 of 26 deliveries. We've seen 2 batters so far falling when they are around 43, 45. The only batter that managed to be successful was only Eric to sing his man, only managed to score 50 for his team. And Okide again, he was also in the 40s again. Then we have got I would have to find the name again, the Ugandan again, what's his name, Ronald again, Mane Lutaya managing to get off in the 40s again. The Tanzania captain again falling on 43 again. So conversions of totals when you get up there is what these other guys are missing, and that is the difference now between them and Simon Cesar. So you are yet to find out if Simon can be the difference again in terms of converting those totals. Once you get your 50 or 40s, you need to make sure that you convert to a big total. Then that leads to your team winning the game. There is Ronak Patel trying to dip that to short third man, but short third man has got other different ideas. Well picked there, well retained.
Told you about Ronak Patel. You don't see him score runs, but he is a very clever batsman. And we've listened and heard so many coaches saying they trust their best batters to bat at number 4. Someone who comes in, it's after power play, he can easily pick the line, the length, whichever variations you're bowling, and get off strike. And someone who will be turning 20s into 40s. If you look at it, he's tried to access the third man point area between the two fielding positions. This is the third time he's tried that. He is a very good batter who places it. Goes on the back foot. Not a good runner. Very good fielding from Boom Takur. Again, Ronak needs to find a way to get Simon Sesazi on strike. The man striking it close to 200. He has opened the batting. It would not be, I told you about Ronak. Look at that. Very clever batting from him. Happily takes one. He gets a single on the last ball of the over. Now this might lead to Simon being out of the strike for 2 overs. Ronak will need to do something very quickly. Kasim Nasoro, vice captain, continues to bowl from the pavilion end. As you see on your screens, there are supporters coming in. Scott Izere, Muvunyi Valence from Zonic Tigers. Francis. All those are cricketers. It is a sunny afternoon here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium, and it's the East African Trophy between Uganda, Tanzania. Loud appeal, and Gaston is not interested. Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda battling it up here up to the 31st of August 2023. Each team will be facing each other 6 times. There won't be a final, but every team will go back with enough information and enough games as they prepare for the World Cup qualifiers in Namibia. 52 in 52 is the equation now. Run a ball and you win in the last over. Very good stuff from Simon Sesazi. He's kept things very simple. Not done so much. Not played so many innovative shots. Only one pedal. But it has come very easy for him to bat. It is Chete versus Ronak Patel.
Well much in control here, I'm telling you, Ronak Patel. There's no pressure whatsoever, but what I just want to see him doing is to make sure that he doesn't allow himself to face a lot of deliveries here. Get off strike, let Simon Sesazi do the job. He has done that job very well. And the other thing that I would also want to comment again, there is Sesazi giving himself room. Again, up and over, backing away from the stumps, accessing that cover point, that cover region again for 4. There is no one in particular in that region to save the 4. The only guy that is standing there is standing a deep point, but Sesazi being away of that, he backs away from the stumps, opening his stumps again and accessing that. These are lovely, good shots to play here. Look at that shot, land backs away. Not easy shots to play. Goes on one knee again, and look at the control. Look at the placement. Just one bounce all the way for 4. This is how easy Sesazi has shown all the other bettors how to go about your betting business. Look at that.
Very good cricket being played by Simon Sesazi. He moves to 49. Beg your pardon, 47 with 3 runs to cross another half century.
I'm telling you, Landry, this is good cricket to see here. 12 overs gone, 99. 2 wickets have gone down here. Uganda in the driving seat. And the other thing that I'd love to comment here, I'm telling you, since morning, the officials have been fantastic. They've been amazing. They've done a fantastic job, I'm telling you. Being under pressure in there, but they are managing to hold their nerves and giving good decision. This is what you want to see, and that also comes with practice. More games that Rwanda has hosted has allowed these umpires to get exposed to scenarios again where you are under pressure. Then that improves your umpiring. Credit to the umpires and the association. Look at that. Look at that shot. There was an appeal there for a run out, but I think Ronak Patel, at least he had added some speed on himself there. He managed to land in back safely. There, he just needed the TV umpire to see that even us here, we cannot even have enough time to see. It was a bit 50-50. They always say if it's 50-50, the benefit of the doubt goes on to the better here. The bet looks to be up in the air, but because of the speed, again, umpire Gaston could not even get access. But the good thing that he did is just to give the benefit to the it did been a direct hit straight to the stumps, yes, that one. But now the time the ball went to the keeper's glove, the keeper turned to the stumps. But things like that do happen when you are in control. 100 comes up here for Uganda.
100 comes up for Uganda. Tanzania not having a very good time here fielding. The man there on your screens, Simon Sesazi, 48 of 30. He has the highest runs, but even highest individual score for a Ugandan. And guess what? It is 100 not out. And he scored that at the very same venue here on the 22nd of December 2022. 100 not out at the same venue against the same team. That means Simon Sesazi has scored 148 runs against Tanzania unbeaten, because he's yet to get out from that score. He is back on strike. Should this be the ball? He drives that very powerfully towards long off. We will have to wait for another opportunity for him to cross the 50-run mark.
Landry, this is betting intelligence at its best that has been displayed by Sesazi Simon since he started betting. I'm telling you, look at the way he is going about his betting. Look at the footwork, look at the balance, look at the placement. Again, Ronak Patel gets off strike. This is what Ronak should be doing all day long. Sesazi and Roger Mkasa has done all the hard work, so you just need to play a supporting role for Simon Sesazi to go in there again. So this is some good cricket that these two guys have displayed, especially Sesazi, the intelligence that I've spoken about. That is something to love, to watch. Look, it's not even seeming to be phased again whatsoever. He knows that he is only one run away from scoring that second 50 of the tournament, and to make sure that he sees his team Uganda to the crossing line and managing to have 2 out of 2 wins on the first day of this East Africa Trophy, proudly sponsored by Dafabet in collaboration with Rwanda Cricket Association.
Thirteen overs gone. Uganda 103 for 2 after 13 overs. Ronak Patel 7 of 14. He's facing Chete. That sounded like a bat on it. There's no other part of the body that can make that sound. Had it been someone smaller, you would wonder. But the big man there, Ronak Patel, he is facing Chete, Kasim Nasoro. The Tanzanians waking up, a bit of some shout from them. 41 in 40. Another loud appeal. Chete cramping Ronak there. Ronak has faced 3 dot balls. Not a very good strike rate for him, 7 of 17. His job has been to rotate strike, and he needs to find a way. He shows that he has the power. Chete banks that one halfway, and Ronak gives it the punishment. 1 bounce to the boundary. 4 more runs on Ronak Patel's name makes it 11 of 18. And 111 for Uganda. Very good stuff from Ronak Patel. Drives that towards long off. Happily take a single. And the man on fire, the man on form, Simon Sesazi, 49 of 32, is back on strike with 36 runs needed in 37 balls. After this ball, we will be having 6 overs left. There is it. Simon Sesazi, the boss, is in town, is in Kigali. He brings another 58 for Uganda. This time round of only 33 balls. Opening the batting together with Roger Mkasa, scoring the quickest. He's hit 6 fours and 2 sixes at a strike rate of 151. You can't ask much more from your opening batter. Simon Sesazi not able to get runs in the morning against Rwanda, but he brings the second 50 of the East Africa Trophy. And this time round is against Tanzania, a team that he hit a century the last time they met here in Kigali on the 22nd December 2022. He will be continuing to bat. He is so far 150 runs unbeaten. If you count the 2 last games he's played against Tanzania. Yalinde Morris will have to rest, and Captain Abik Patwa brings Sanjay Kumar Thakur to bowl from the airport road end.
I'm not sure what the captain is thinking here. Sanjay has bowled 2 overs. He's conceded 23 runs. That's too expensive. Yes, he's taken a wicket. But I'm not sure if, according to me, I'm not sure it's a good idea here for the Tanzania captain here. You need to bring someone else. Give Sanjay a bit of a rest there. Get someone else. Try something different. Because if someone is being scored at round about 12 runs and over, it shows how easy it is for the batters to pick him and play him. So you need to try to do something. You don't need to be predictable, just to stick to that bowling plan that you have set down and discuss. Things change. There it is. There is Sanjay and the captain trying to prove me wrong here. Getting that dismissal, much needed. Simon Sezazi scoring 5th again, is following the same feat that Eric Tusigzimana did in the morning again. After scoring a 5th, the next delivery, he takes off there, but will bet it again from Sezazi Simon. 50 of 34 deliveries, a strike rate of 147, and 6 fours and 2 sixes. A good inning from Sezazi here to put Uganda in a good position. They're needing 35 runs to win here in 35 deliveries. It's up to them to lose. There you see, I was saying, I'm not sure if the captain bringing Sanjay Kumar is a good option, but Sanjay has got other different thoughts, and the captain, then he managed to take 2 wickets, important ones. Again, in as much as being expensive, but when his team needs a breakthrough, he's managing to do the job. But still, I'll still support my point, Landry, going forward about him being expensive.
I do support your point, Leonard. That was not a very good ball. It was a half tracker, but that is it. Often good batters with a good knock don't get out with a good ball. It's often more of a poor ball that gets them. But I will applaud the top effort from the keeper. That is a fantastic catch, fantastic take. Never easy, those ones. And that brings the game changer for Uganda in the morning. I would not just say in the morning, because even in Kenya, he was the game changer against Kenya in the finals of the Continent Cup. Mr. Kenneth Waiswa, former captain for Uganda under 19, and now vice captain. He starts things off with a very good shot, taking a jog towards the non-striker's end. That brings Ronak Patel to bat. Coach, what do you think now? 35 and 34. Do you think it's time for one of the two to go hard and win early, or you're happy they keep grafting it and get it?
I mean, 35 of 34, you've got 2 guys that are going to be able to smash it out of the park. You understand? Yes, sometimes you would want to go to take that option and get it over, done with as quickly as you can. But during that process, again, you might be able to fall a bit of some wickets whereby now you start asking yourself to say why we had enough time. But if the opportunity arises, for me, I would rather pick one who can just go bang, bang, then you chill up. And the other thing that I'm liking about what you're saying, and I share the same sentiments with you, is each time that you're talking about Uganda, you are referring to a certain tournament. to say this, he has done this. So this is where it goes back to that discussion again of playing as many games as possible, because he has been there, he has learned lesson, he has been in those situations again, so he knows exactly what to do when that situation comes. So that is now where the difference is between the two teams here now, because 8 months not playing international cricket, competitive cricket, international level. Tanzania have not been exposed to that kind of cricket. Now if you look at Uganda, both they've been there, how many tournaments have they played after that qualifiers here in Rwanda? Again, a lot. So which means they have been exposed to this situation. So being in that situation is not something that is first, that is not new to them. They know exactly. That's why you see even the composure that these guys are showing here, the experience that they're showing. They have been there, done that, they've been tested. So in terms of coming up with answers, they have been the better between these two sides here because of more games that they've played in this 8 months period. Again, 15 overs gone here, 113 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Talk about the amount of games people have played. Uganda has played 64 matches, won 46 out of those, lost 15, and 3 no results. Rwanda has played 44 international T20s, won 13 out of those and lost 30, and with 1 game which had no result. And Tanzania, just 1 game behind Rwanda, 39 total T20 Is with 28 wins and 8 losses. That we see a bowling change. Ali Kimote comes back to bowl. The 16th over when Uganda needs 31 in 29. But as you're saying, I would give the license to Kenneth Waiswa to go hard, yes, and see if we can get 8 to 10 runs. Lovely slow ball, and it picks Ronak Patel. Ronak Patel will have to walk. Lovely slow ball from Ali Kimote. The way Tanzania is working very hard now. That brings the captain of Uganda, Brian Masawa, on the crease to face Ali Kimote. Brian Masawa played a very handy knock in the morning. And this afternoon, he will be asked to do the job. The running between the wickets is going to change, definitely. These two here, captain and vice captain, understand each other very well. And they are very good runners on the wicket. Brian Masawa, from the years I've watched him play some local cricket here in Rwanda, following internationally, is one of those disciplined captains you'll ever have. Doesn't talk too much. When you get close to him, he will share his brains, but he's a very good guy and one that has served Uganda for long. Unfortunate these days not in company of Deus Muhumuza, another good player for Uganda. Used to be his vice captain. But that is it. 30 runs is what Uganda needs in 26 balls. Tanzania digging in, digging deep, trying hard to see if they can get away with this win. They will need more than that, a few overs. Kenneth Waiswa hits that over the bowler. Goes straight to the fielder, Ivan Selemani. They take a single. Brian Mack will be facing Ali. Kimote Ali is another very experienced bowler for Tanzania. He's played for Tanzania for that was very quick from Ali, the man who has 35 wickets, international wickets. That will be his over. He goes with only 2 runs in it and picked a wicket. 29 runs in 24 balls is what Uganda needs right now. They bring Sanjay Kumar Thakur again to bowl from the airport road end. Coach, should this be the over?
Definitely, I'm telling you, this can be the over here. No, look, I don't know what the plan is here, but definitely this should be the over to make sure that you seal the game here. Kenneth Waiswa and Brian Masaba, they are both of them capable enough of doing that. So you don't want to be too careful again. But the moment you take this game into the deep end of the overs, now the more the pressure. Yeah. So this is the guy to target now here, Sanjay. Again, now look at the footwork there from Kenneth Waiswa. But like I'm saying to you now, Land, this is the over that if I am one of these two guys, now this is the over that I need to get at least 13 or 15 runs there to get things done with so that we win this game in 18 overs. But if you are too careful like what these two guys are doing, then you are building pressure slowly.
Pressure slowly, 2 dot balls. Kenneth Waiswa guilty there, trying to play cut shots, moving away from the ball. In the first ball of the over, again, done the same thing. It has not been easy for him to score from those particular deliveries. But I was just saying here, if they bowl anything short, it will be going over the scorer's area, and not just over that, but outside of Gahanga. Brian Mark Masava will be facing 1 run already in this over. Only, if I was to say, clever batting from Brian, the captain. He gets 4 runs easily. From the look of things, the gentlemen who played together for a very long time have gone to the same school. We last saw these shots when Roger was batting. And Brian comes in, picks the gap, guides that one. Didn't need to connect at all. 5 runs already.
And you know what is making these shots against Sanjay being so easy? Even if you look at his bowling, he's not someone who's looking to turn the ball. To me, I would just call him as a medium pace bowler. He's a slow medium pace bowler. But he's not looking, the seam is upright. He's just rolling the fingers on top of the seam, not looking to turn the ball. So that makes these shots that these guys are playing easy. You see? So because you don't have any spin to work with. So it becomes easy, you understand, to play those kind of shots here. End of over number 17, 121 for the loss of 4 wickets. The break for Bob Bashar Songa, yeah, I think he's over. Because you've seen him now walking closer to the commentary box. He knows where the game is now at climacy. This is where he likes to be in action, where the nerves are going up. But I don't think the nerves for Uganda will be up here. It's all about Tanzania. Welcome back again.
Thank you, Leonard. 23 needed of 18 deliveries. With the captain and the vice captain at the crease. Are we in for yet another twist? We already saw one in the morning where Uganda pulled off a haste. Courtesy of that man there, Kenneth Waiswa, the vice captain, picking up the first hat-trick.
Tell you, it's getting interesting here. 23 runs in 18 balls. And guess who is bowling? Who has 2 overs? Salum Jumbe, Ali. This man has bowled for Tanzania for a long time. He has 31 wickets, 31 international wickets, and now he comes to bowl. It's not going to be easy for Ugandans to get these runs off his 2 overs, but I will tell you, it is time. It is either now or never. He starts off with a no ball.
Interesting here. The umpire calls for a no ball, but the ball hits the stumps. I must say here, this is
Gaston Niyibizi calls a no ball, and he confirms that. Five runs in that one. Salum Jumbe unlucky. That was clearly a no ball. Salum Jumbe trying to bowl a full ball, and that one passes above the waist of the captain of Uganda, Brian Masaba.
A lot of confusion there, as you see. A big Patwa is not the happiest man alive. As you saw there, Gaston Niyibizi signals the free hit. The siren is on. Brad Masaba to face the free hit. This has to be the game for Team Uganda. So for 5 runs, and he has to repeat that delivery. This should be it for Team Uganda if they get a boundary or even a maximum. Very lovely to see Brian Masaba, the captain, being back into the scorebook with the runs. He's had some tough times in the Africa Cup where he was opening for his side. He didn't score many, but he's really come back, getting some runs in the league, getting some runs in the warm-up games, and now he comes in for the first game. Much needed contribution into the block hole. Well bowled, Salum Jumbe. They only get a single off a free hit.
Told you Salum Jumbe is not one to take for granted. If you look at the way he's bowled a free hit, you will know he's a very good bowler. But that is it. Uganda needs 17 in 17 balls. And Kenneth Waiswa is facing Salum to Kenneth. Another full toss. They take a run.
Very good intentions there from Salum Jumbe. You can see he's looking for that block hole. He missed one on the first delivery where it was called a no ball by Gaston Niyibizi. Can he nail in and see if he can get something to cheer for? 16 runs needed in 16 balls, a run a ball. There you go in the air. Who wants it? It's Chete. He spills it. One of the most experienced players, the vice captain, Kasim Nasoro, drops a sitter at the crucial moment of the game. Jumbe is not happy whatsoever there on your screens. He has done everything to try and get a wicket. Another yoker down the leg. Well done by the wicket keeper there, Kitunda. Run out chance. And the throw is wide this time round. They will take 3 runs. Comedy of errors here in the field for Team Tanzania.
Very good match awareness from the 2 leaders of the Uganda national cricket team. Running very quickly. And Salom Jumbe will have to repeat that ball. Bob, you've just said it very well. He's not happy. And that's what happens when bowlers come from almost 30 yards, putting all their efforts behind the ball. They create a chance and it goes begging. Salom Jumbe is clapped. The fielding there will be done by the Rwandan team watching the game. That is 4 more runs on the total of Uganda, and Brian Masawa has been very good batting back at the back of the innings. He's already 16 of 9 balls.
I'm not sure there, Landry, the message from a big patter there to Salom Jumbe. He had his man, Brian Masawa, on that fast delivery where Rwanda International Gaston is signaled a no ball. Lovely yoker there, but again, well played by the captain, leading from the front here again.
Brian has been a very good batter, finishing off for Uganda. They say it's always important that you have a batter playing the last delivery of the game. It's done so well even in the morning when Ugandan batters were not getting runs easily. Came in, scored a quick 30 and made sure Uganda reaches 145-46. Of course, being Ronald Lutaya giving them lovely ball from Salom Jumbe. Kenneth Waiswa has no clue about where that one passed. But we are into the second last over. And Uganda needs 6 runs. We're yet to see who a big batter will be turning to bowl this particular over. We've seen almost everyone. From the look of things, it is the experienced Ali Kimote coming in to bowl. He's not one to take on easily. But with the equation here, 6 in 12 should be easy for the Ugandan leaders, captain and vice captain Kenneth Waiswa and Brian Masawa. Ali Kimote has just bowled an over that went for 3 runs and picked a wicket. Bob, what do you think? Shall we go to the last over or this is it?
I don't predict the future, but when you look at that equation, Landry 6 off 12 with 2 set batsmen, I believe they will be very happy to finish off in this over. But again, Karasi, of these Ugandans, they won the game. If they win this game, I believe they won it, taking on the best bowlers, Ali Kimote and Salom Jumbe in the power play. That should be it. They have to wait a little bit longer. 1 bounce for 4 from Brad Masawa. As I was saying, taking on Salom Jumbe, who bowls his 3 overs wicketless, conceding 37 runs. Very good shot there from the captain. He knew Ivan Selemani was a little bit wider, creating that scoring option. 2 needed. Cut powerfully. That should be it. Pierces the gap there at covers under point. Ends up with a boundary. That's Brian Masawa for you, leading from the front with the bat. We saw him coming in, handing in his team with the ball. And he does it with the bat. And Uganda ends up with their doubleheader with 2 wins after traveling 500 kilometers without a rest of 48 hours. They come in bang bang. They are the defending champions of this East Africa T20 Cup Dafabet.
Very good scenes here. Uganda, time to shake hands. Roger Mkasa leading from the front, 37 in 25 balls only. Simon Sesazi, the boss, the Tiger, 50 in 35. Ronak Patel, 14 in 23. But the captain, always a game changer, at a strike rate of 208. Scores 25 in 12 balls. Hats off Brian Mark Masawa. Tanzania's bowling. Salum not starting very well. Roger and Simon Sesazi welcoming him after 8 months. 12.33 has been his economy, picking none. Sanjay Kumar picking 2, going for 33 in his 4 overs. Kasim Chete picking 1 at the healthiest economy, 5.23. That is it. Tanzania gifting Uganda 13 extras, and Uganda chase the 146 with 1 over and 4 balls to go.
Reminding our lovely viewers that action continues tomorrow. Match day 2, game number 3. Tanzania taking on Rwanda in the morning, and then later on it is this clash here again. Uganda taking on Tanzania here at Gaga International Cricket Ground. That's the match summary there. A big Patwa 42 being sold down the road by his partner there, Sanjay Thakur Boom, and Kasim Chete there, 29 off 25. Amar Rajivan not converting his stats, heading up, getting only 24 runs, and Kenneth Waiswa once again picking up 4 wickets, giving away only 29 in his quarter, making it 7 wickets in the tournament. And Henry Senyondo getting back to the form of his life, picking up 2 wickets, giving away 13 runs. Do not go anywhere. We'll be joined shortly by our fellow co-commentator, Mr. Leonard, for the post-match presentation of match day 1, game number 2.
One, two, Michael.
Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match presentation for the second game of the East Africa Trophy between Uganda and Tanzania. Uganda winning the game by 6 wickets. Congratulations to you, Uganda, for winning your second game. Hard luck, Tanzania, a good fight. Can we have the Tanzania captain to come forward for a quick word? Hard luck, the captain. First game, you guys coming in, but you guys managing to put a lot of runs on the board, 143. Do you think, guys, those were enough for you guys to win this game?
I think even the wicket, it was a decent score, a score that we could have easily defended. So for me, I think 143 was a good score on that wicket.
Thank you very much. Then, at one point when you guys were betting, you were 50 for the loss of 1 wicket in 5 overs. So at one point we thought that you guys, after you have finished your 20 overs, you were beat like 30 runs short to win this game. Why I'm saying this? Because if you look at the way Uganda went about their chasing, it was an easy total for them to chase. So do you really think when going forward to the next game, that's the area that you guys need to improve?
They started off really well. The openers went for it, but I wouldn't say that was an easy total to chase because the pitch is tricky. As you can see that they finished it in 18 or 19 over. If some of the decisions went our way, we could have easily win this game as well. But you see, you never know. This is cricket on any condition. Even if you have 100 for no loss in first 8-9 overs, you can still defend whatever total it is. So for me, I don't think we were any run short. It's just that if the decisions went our way, we could have done something else.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck for the next upcoming games. The winning captain, Uganda, please. Well done, skipper. 2 out of 2, day 1. Right, what is the secret behind you guys coming up winning? We saw you in the morning posting 145. Now you come in then an easy chase, 143. What is it that you as the captain can tell us?
Tough day today. The sun was out, and with the double header, it was extremely tough out there. But credit to the boys for sticking in there and just executing their processes. I thought we kept it simple today, and if you guys put the hands up for the team and pulled it off.
The consistency, again, when you are going about your bowling change, bringing Kenneth Waiswa and comes in and becomes the game changer for you, is it part of your plan or is it just something that just comes in as you play the game according to the situation?
Yeah, Ken has done brilliantly for us today. He's picked up 7 wickets on the day, and every time he has come in, he has done the job. But, it's very situational out there depending on how the batsmen are playing. And we're lucky to have 6 or 7 options that can come in and do the job.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. Right, there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we've been waiting for the player of the match today. We have got a couple of guys that have performed. Abik Patwa, the captain of Tanzania, 42 runs of 37 delivers were batted. And Simon Sisazi, 50 of 35 deliveries. Again, good knock there. And the player of the match, and to be presented by Theo Cook, is a man who, again, for the second time, being the game changer, bowled 4 overs, conceding 29 runs and took 4 wickets. Kenneth Waiswa. Congratulations once again, Kennedy. Consistency is what I can say for you. You've been here a couple of weeks playing the league again, performed exceptionally very well. Now, in the morning again, the same thing. 2 men of the match awards in 2 games. The secret behind?
As I said in the morning, it's about going out there and trying to keep things simple, trying to bowl to the plan. And yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But for the moment, it's working on very well.
Definitely well said again. Congratulations. Enjoy your night. Thank you very much. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the post-match presentation. We are back again for the East Africa Trophy tomorrow in the morning, where Tanzania is going to be taking on the host Rwanda in the morning. See you tomorrow.